Oh,
What's going on, guys?
hello there. I gotta fix your screen. Hi, it's me, Colt Sebastian Taylor. Welcome to the Longshots D&D. We've taken 2 weeks off, but now we're back. Before we get started, just some casual reminders. Yes, I'm wearing this holiday leisure suit this evening. I have matching pants, and you can see them if you use 2,500 channel points. I'll put them on and I guess show you. But anyway, speaking of channel points, yes, we've got channel points now. You can earn them and use them for a variety of things, like asking questions, giving us treasure, giving us inspiration, which we desperately need sometimes. And then you can also subscribe to this channel to skip commercials. And if you are an Amazon Prime member, you get one free one a month. Why not use it on us? Also, this evening, I'll be posting this in the chat. We have a fantastic affiliate link called Life Points, where basically you click on them and you fill out surveys, you earn points, but one of the rewards, if you answer enough surveys, is that you get a Twitch gift card. So basically, spend an hour talking about serials, cars, and TV shows, you get yourself like 3 months of subscriptions to our channel. So
I love serial cars and TV shows.
yeah, there you go. So I'll put that in the channel, and there's also a link on our About page, because I've been doing some fancy editing, so be sure to check that out too. And if you haven't already, join our Discord channel. There's a link in there too, where you can see us live on camera in various states of distress as things go south and whatnot. So, without further ado, allow me to turn things over to the master of ceremony, the Ayatollah of rock and rolla, the man with the plan until we screw something up, Silent Buck, our DM.
Hey, that does adequately describe what I do. My head seems to be shifted.
Yeah, I gotta fix that.
In the Twitch, but I did show this off a couple weeks ago, right before our holiday break. But I want to go ahead and do this live now. That's right.
You got a
After Dark is
tattoo.
now.
Whoa! Look at that.
Do the Superman theme.
I think that's copyright.
No. Oh, there's a cat there. Oh my goodness, you about got sat on.
Oh no.
Hey, Cole, just to make sure I heard things right, we have to spend channel points before you put on pants, or
I'm wearing pants right now, but I have matching pants to this holiday leisure suit that I'm currently not wearing because they're uncomfortable.
See, I heard that as we had to pay points for you to put pants on.
So,
well, I mean, I can put it as an option. We will. I mean, there is nudity rules here on Twitch, so.
For each of you fine folks that come and play with us every week, if you want one of these, let me know. We'll make it happen.
The nudity rules only apply if you are not an attractive, buxom maiden, case study amateurine.
I thought you just had to be in a hot tub.
I was gonna say we could get a hot tub put in right here. I could do all my DMing from the hot tub.
You might.
We just need 500 subscriptions to pay for the long shot hot tub.
Oh boy, wouldn't that be
the long shot tub?
Well, yeah, I like that. Okay.
Long shot of what?
So it's been a couple weeks. Do we all remember what happened last?
Space Crabs, the musical.
He died and meow through wave.
Yeah, that happened.
That sure happened.
That definitely happened.
If only we had somebody who on a weekly basis would describe what happened in our previous session. You know what? Wait. We do have one of those guys. We have Colt Sebastian Taylor with our session recap.
The award-winning Wanda Smiles singer, Colt Sebastian Taylor. All right, here we go. Last week on the Longshots, the battle continued on the Abatrine ship with a astral juggernaut, dreadnought. It was a big old crab fighting the crew and whatnot with his anti-magic ray shining about on the deck, making magical items as well as spells useless. So our magic users did the one thing they do best, panicked and rushed it throwing daggers, because, why not? So,
through javelins.
and through javelins. Yes. The battle went back and forth, back and forth. Valhalla was knocked down and unconscious several times. But before the creature was defeated, it called for a friend, and it was bring a friend to work day as another one arrived. Additional fighting ensued. Colt was swallowed and also knocked unconscious. Abitrine went underneath the ship and was also knocked unconscious. However, with almost 50% of the Longshots knocked out, they managed to make all of the death saves and come to consciousness as the remaining members took out the final enemy, and Colt, fortunately, was not trapped in a forever IKEA and was vomited out onto the deck of the ship, and then Valhalla deep-throated a healing potion down into his gullet, bringing him back to consciousness. With both monsters defeated and one large fucking hole in the ship, the Longshots remain in astral space, originally heading towards the dragon, but perhaps maybe needing a 8-hour nap and a port call. Where will they go next? Will they find a space dragon? And is that place that they got sent to with the yellow carpet in this reality? Is there some sort of cross-promotion live-action thing we're working on? No, there isn't! Find out that and more on this week's The Longshots, Dungeons and Dragons!
Woo!
Also, we're giving away digital dice.
Yeah, we are. Do we have a particular code for that today?
I should look that up. Yep! It's just ! Enter giveaway.
There we go. All right. So with that all out of the way, yes, we are correct. Having just survived our battle with not one but two astral dreadnoughts, the front top deck ship has been ripped off just above the control room for your lamprey jaws there, the grapple jaws. It's at this point that you guys have a few decisions to make. Within the past hour or so, a lot of things have happened. Of course, Colt coming back to life, as he said, deep throating a healing potion. Elian has this sort of look on his face, and having a small discussion with the crew, it is decided that a vacation of sorts away from the ever-present danger that the Longshots bring may be best. And so, it is decided that not only will Elian be heading there, Matthew as well, and it seems like Thane and Mary are also going to be tagging along for safekeeping, using Champ's Damselfly ship with Champ's blessing. Exactly. Exactly. Yep. But from here, the choice is yours. Because left on the deck, with a slight smile and a nod towards Meow, with no scabbard, the lone sword, Black Razor.
And with that, Meow will begrudgingly reattune to Black Razor.
You can hear this groan. And he's like, hello again, Meow.
Now listen,
Okay.
I don't like this nearly as much as you do.
Well, I go on.
But you and I, we have a bit of a problem, and I think you already know. Wave is currently flying into whatever the hell this place is, outer space, at Mach speed in an unknown direction with an unknown destination. You and I need to band together until we bring him back home.
You know, honestly, I thought I was going to have to fight you for this, but okay, well, yeah, I'm on board.
Don't worry. When he gets back, you and I will never have to talk again. But until he gets back, we're gonna buddy up.
Say, does Champ talk about me at all?
And it's around this time that Champ actually walks up onto the deck, calling out, "Blackie, are you there?"
Oh God.
Yeah, we'll just
Listen,
kinda,
buddy, I know what it's like to experience loss like this. Your dear companion, your brother in arms, of a different type of arms, gone, lost to the ether. But alas, I know exactly what will cheer you up. The
He does?
greatest restaurant in the multiverse.
Oh, I think I do like that one.
And for all we know, Wave's already there partying.
You know, Meow, he does have a point. If there was a place that Wave might end up, it may just be at a rest stop of sorts.
Not just a rest stop, the finest eatery in the galaxy.
At this point, Val walks up and says, "Hey, Meow, do you want me to like tell you what direction Wave's in?"
yes.
I just point because I'm using the hammer to like think of Wave really hard.
The gems on Sunder sort of blink for a moment, and then pew, a sky blue sort of shimmering light gently points off to the right side and just keeps going.
Now, hold
Yeah.
on there. That can't
we
be
go.
right. Because the restaurant's in that direction.
This is what the hammer says.
Meow's gonna just say, yeah, I don't know who this guy is, but I trust Valhalla. He's gonna turn. Is Ametrine within eyeshot?
I'm probably down in the console room, surveying the damage and just like.
Okay. Meow is gonna unattune to Black Razor and hand it to Champ, so that they can have a little reunion of sorts. So you guys go wild. He's gonna walk downstairs and look for Ametrine.
I think during this time, Colt has been sort of slumped up in the corner of the ship, catching his breath after being vomited up from death throes. And like, ugh.
You do smell terribly.
Yes, this is like the
I'll
fourth.
just mold him out of her sight.
Yeah, this is like the fourth worst hangover I've ever had.
I'm going to try to tackle these in order. Assessing the damage of the ship, having repaired the actual spell jamming helm itself, that's all good. Really, it's only physical damage itself up front. That shouldn't take too long. An experienced crew repairman, that is, taking a couple hours, might be able to do it. You may even be able to do it yourself with some of the salvaged pieces of crate that are still smashed in the cargo hold, and if you use tools or mending or something like that. So it's not entirely bad.
Yeah.
More aesthetic than anything else.
Yeah, it's not great. On the flip side, let's see. You're going downstairs, Meow. You are trying to get back to consciousness, and Champ, do you attune to Black Razor?
Of course I do.
He says nothing.
Oh, Blackie, we're back again.
You know, I hate that name, Gallahan.
Don't call me Gallahan, it's Champ. Gallahan's my parents. And also me, but call me Champ.
I will call you that if you call me by my proper name.
Very well, Blackie. You drive a hard bargain.
If a sword could twitch, it's twitching. Okay. Champ, will you help us find Wave?
Yes, and off to that fine restaurant in that direction. And just for the record, he's pointing in a completely different direction than the blue arrow.
Is he pointing the same direction he pointed before?
No.
Okay.
Anything else going on around the ship?
I think Colt will hobble downstairs where Aventrine is, and seeing that she is pretty beat up, also, he'll put his hand on her shoulder and drop a healing hands. So she gets 15 points back. Right. I need to meet my D&D Beyond because all those sounds are coming through. Boop.
Oh, thank you.
All
Yep.
of the sounds.
Yep.
What
Yep.
was that for? Are you okay?
Yeah. Rise Rain. Rise Rain.
Val would be hovering right behind him, shaking her head like, "What on earth? He is not okay. Not okay."
Well, if it's
It's like miming. Nope.
okay with everyone else, I think I'm just gonna go find a room and pass out for an hour or so. And
What
he's
happened to you?
what?
What happened to you?
Oh, I got swallowed. I think.
Well, that was silly.
You know what? It certainly was.
I will give you my last 5 summer bombs.
I mean, I was gonna take a nap. I'll be all right. You should. Okay, go
I mean,
ahead.
you gave me some help. I will help you.
I'm assuming Meow is kind of within earshot and he's kind of catching this conversation, and he'll walk over to Colt and just kind of speak loudly. Amatrin, you should have seen Colt out there. And he'll kind of slap him on the back like semi hard.
A little blood will come out of his nose. Oh,
19 hit points plus 5 temporary hit points.
he'll breathe a
And,
little bit easier. Oh, all right. Well,
What was he doing?
he was flying. It was very impressive.
He was being stupid and eaten by a monster.
and Meow just kind of like,
I feel like all of that is relatively accurate. As being amazingly stupid. All the day's work for a humble writer.
That I believe. I mean, to be fair, I was also being quite stupid.
Who was I, to be fair?
Yeah.
Was not a good day for the brains.
No. The co-captains here was not a banner day for us. Remind me to.
I think we still need a nap.
Yes, I do. Remind me to thank Theron later for saving you. All right, check it out, and Cole kind of just falls back. Goes to...
Vel tries to catch him.
Yeah, so you just have to take him and throw him into a bed. He's done for an hour.
Yeah.
All right, you rest. You'll feel better.
I make him sleep for 8 hours.
Will you do him with a frying pan?
I will literally, like, if Val will literally, if Colt is resisting staying in bed, she will tie him down. Not in a kinky way, in a go to fucking sleep way.
I'm
I
glad.
think that's up for him to
Yeah.
decide.
No, I'll just lay here for a bit. Let me know if there's more.
He does have the sleep spell, but it's likely to backfire.
No, I'm fine. I'll lay here for at least an hour. Just.
I'll hit you with a sleep spell if you wake up before 8 hours has passed.
You know what? I hurt so much. I'm not going to even have a debate, so I will stay here unless I hear something terrible happen.
Gonna hit you with that
I'll
power
let you
word,
know.
melatonin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
You do know there's a spell called sleep, right?
Yeah,
I have
listen.
that spell. It
Power
tends to
word.
work on me more than my enemies.
Yeah,
or
Val has
people.
had a really spotty record with that.
Been at least 3 instances where she has cast it and it has backfired because, of course, it takes the lowest hit points first. And Well,
I don't have great hit points.
all
Belle's
right.
just insomniac, so she falls asleep when she casts the spell. That's why.
Colt will put his hat over his face and then quietly drift off, smelling like a stomach of a astral dreadnought.
Okay.
Meow, did you want something?
It's like it'd be
Yes.
a Mastodon song in the stomach of an astral dreadnought.
Now, Ametrine wasn't really up on deck when most of this happened because you were underneath, if I remember correctly.
That
for
would be
most of it, right?
correct.
Yeah, I spent
Yeah,
most of my time either in the ship or under it.
So Meow's gonna make a very big deal out of this and say, Ametrine, I've got bad news.
What?
Wave is gone.
No.
And we need to get him back.
Where did he go?
I may have launched him into the void.
Why did you do that?
Sometimes in a state of panic, when
In
all
the
you want to do is protect your friends, you make desperate decisions. And I decided to throw wave, and unfortunately, I missed. So now he is currently flying in a direction. Anyway, the important part is we know how to find him. We just need to get to him, and you're
Oh.
the only one, as far as I know, that knows how to fly this thing. Can you
Oh,
maybe
well,
teach me?
and I can fly it as well.
Oh, I don't know how hurt
But-
you are, but I
No,
I
I'm
wanted to
perfectly
offer.
fine.
Okay, well,
We say that. Every chicken have a javelin
Wait a minute.
sticking out of her chest, like, "Oh, I'm fine. This is just a splinter."
insight check.
Sure, do
That's a
it.
19. Oh, that's a 20.
It's a
Is
20.
she actually fine? I don't actually know how much damage you took in that, but did you almost die? Wait a minute.
Oh, I fully went unconscious.
Okay. I'm assuming
wait, let
Meow
me
picks up
roll
the
a
fast to get
deception.
the snot beat out of her.
I rolled a 5 deception. Yeah, she looked like shit.
Okay. Meow's gonna kind of raise an eyebrow. It's just like, I'm assuming you're just like covered in blood at this
Yeah.
point. So
Just head to toe,
no.
like. I mean, I did take a little bit of a nap there by accident, but it was nothing.
Well, this was my mistake, and you don't need to put yourself through uh any more physical pain to help with
Oh,
this. If you could just tell me, I'd be more than happy to fly. You need to rest.
oh, don't worry about it. I'll just tell me which direction to go, and we'll start heading in that direction.
Vel, help me
Um,
out here, please.
I
From
hope
down the
you.
corridor, she's like, "Get some sleep, Ametrine. Colt needs guarding anyway. Come help."
Colt's fine.
No, he's not.
Colt, okay. I lied. Colt looked great out there, but he got the shit kicked out of him, if I'm being honest. You should probably go check on him. But
If
after
someone's
you
not
tell me how
watching
to
him,
fly
he
this
might
thing.
spontaneously stop breathing.
That too.
Spontaneously.
Not a medical doctor.
He's stupid like that.
You have really bad sleep apnea.
I'm not quite asleep yet. I can hear everything you're saying.
New
Go to
magic
sleep, Colt.
item.
Listen,
Tasha's
Meow,
CPAP.
Meow, listen. You don't happen to know how to fix this hole, do you?
One
Is there
moment.
a hole in the ship?
There is a hole in the ship.
There's a huge hole in the ship.
Val
Meow.
tries to get up and go find the entrance. Like, okay, Colt's fine for now. What the fuck is happening?
At that question, Meow's gonna reach into his backpack, pull out his rope, stare at it, put it back, and then he's gonna pull out his crowbar and his hammer that he tried to split that tree in two with.
There's,
Just stare at it.
The top of the crowbar looks like it's taken a heavy beating, dents all over it.
There's I believe there's some crates in the back that we can use for some extra wood.
Val comes sprinting in and says, "I have a window."
You have a window.
5 foot by 6 foot.
Skylight.
How big is the hole?
Wait, you have
It
a
is
window
about
on your coat?
Yep.
5
5
foot
foot by
long,
6
10
foot.
foot wide.
Wow.
Yep. Okay, so this can almost fit.
But how are we gonna steal it?
I will
just,
allow
like-
mending to work for that if you're trying to seal it.
I don't
I pull out the window and I like kind of put it against the hole, like kind of like in like a diagonal like diamond shape instead of a squarish shape to try and cover more area, which probably does not work.
So kind of
Yeah, I
like
will
a
try to-
magic act, she rips one of the patches off her cloak and like gives it a quick flick, and it's a full-size window.
Meow's gonna help brace it while you cast your mending spell.
Yeah, I'm casting mending as well.
So for the next couple minutes, you're kind of running across the edges and seams, getting the window nice and sealed up. Now, it doesn't match exactly. Like, this is a much nicer window than the wood that's used for the deck. So it does kind of look out of place, but it is functional.
It's lovely. I quite like
A
it.
new window.
Is there a summon Bob Vila spell in this in Dungeons and
Who's
Dragons?
Bob Vila?
Oh, boy, that's never mind.
That's a deep question.
Never mind.
So,
Isn't
How
that the
did
guy
you
that,
Google
that
this
does like the slap on the tape thing?
No, I
Wait,
just
no,
So-
that's Phil Swift.
I just dated myself. Let's just move on.
I know.
Then the
I was gonna
author
say
of
damn
300
Colt.
Incredible Things for Pet Lovers.
I know what you mean, Colt. I only know about Bob Vila from Home Improvement, though.
Yeah.
Nope. Before
Yep.
that,
Google Cyclist.
Duct tape, spit, and hope.
I was
Um,
more of a red-green show guy.
ooh, classic red green.
Oh, was he on red green?
I don't know if he's ever
I don't
been,
know about
but
that.
either way, red green was great. All right.
Anyways,
So
how are Vel and Meow looking health wise? Like,
well, probably not great on Vel's part, but I cannot remember because I think at some point in the chat we were told to hit the long rest button and I did that.
I think you
I
had
obeyed
20.
the DM.
Yeah, I think you
I
had
also did
20.
that.
I think you had about 20 hit points.
Yeah, I died a couple times. Let's put it
Yeah.
that way, or almost
And
died a couple times. But I'm okay. Yeah, I'm just more worried about Colt and kind of slightly worried about Amatrine.
Yeah, Meow went into death saving throws at the very end, and came back up, and I think got a small heal from somebody, but he's not looking great. But
Did I bring him up?
he's running off of pure. Yeah, I think so. But he's running off of pure adrenaline at this point because he's trying to get Wave back. So he's if he is in pain,
Meow.
he's not feeling it yet.
Meow. Just quickly, do you want a healing potion? You look a bit
oh, don't you save,
like
you save
Thor.
that. You
So
save
is the
that.
ship moving?
You saved that. Well, not yet.
apparently there is no spellcaster in the spelljamming helm. Nope, it is just sitting.
That's what we're working on.
Yeah, that we're in the spell jamming helm.
Amatrine, you
Meow,
look like shit.
Oh, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Meow.
Ooh, okay.
Go to sleep. Everyone, go to sleep.
Meow, come here, please. Just for one second.
Meow will shuffle over.
I will
Yes.
I will pat your cheek and give you like a cure wounds.
Meow is very uncomfortable. Like
11
looks over his shoulder, hoping his wife didn't see that.
Her face is like pressed to the top window that you just installed, like.
You get 11 points of heals.
Awesome, thank you.
You take exactly 11 points of psychic wife damage.
She's always around the
I will-
corner.
I will
Who
walk
is
over
the
to
worst
Belle.
looking?
I will walk over to Belle and I will do the same.
Aw. So sorry, is Amatrine looking okay or absolute shit?
She's
can
looking
assume-
like absolute shit.
Yeah, that everyone has
Belle
taken a
says
big
thank
beating.
you and casts the sleep spell on her.
I mean,
She's a little bit anxious about people right now, very keyed up, and wants Amatrine to go to sleep because in this world that magically heals a shit ton of damage.
Hmm.
So that's what she does.
like 16 hit points, so I knock right out.
Well, Meow's got everything that he needs. He's gonna pull out the flask of gastric juices that he saved from a long time ago. Just
The
pop
Cato
open the.
Bleepus, yeah?
He's gonna pop open that lid and just
God, it smells
take one,
awful.
just a quick whiff of it, just to kick him back into shape, and then close it, then put it back in his thing, and probably vomit.
Val's dragging Amatrine down the hallway to Colt's room to chuck her on the same bed as Colt.
This is
I think it only lasts like a minute.
She's locking you in there. Be it a good idea or not. She's trying her best. She's also kind of like done for the day, but trying to get everyone else to go to sleep first.
So we've got these folks downstairs. Theron, Champ, you guys are up top? Or where are we?
Who am I?
Who am I?
What am I doing here?
how did I get here?
It's the ultimate question.
I don't belong here.
All right, Radiohead.
I don't know. Theron's probably tagging along with the rest of the group, just exhausted, just trying to regain his composure.
All right, so you can hear this like of like boots on wood, and you kind of peek your head down the main corridor, and you can see Vel like horse collaring Amatrine back to the quarters. Just kind of gives you a nod.
I look up at Val. No, I look up at him and I go, "You're next."
There's no context. There's no context to that statement. You're dragging.
Something
I just
adults
keep
and
going.
whatnot.
You-
I just keep going.
You sound like a crazy person.
Look, Val very exhausted right now. She is not very rational. She wants him to go to sleep.
Theron's going to go pick a room that has furniture in it to barricade the door.
Lock. Oh my goodness. All right. Was there any last bits of business we need to take care of before our long rest?
Meow just needs to figure out how to fly this thing. He's probably going to spend a portion of his rest doing that. I don't know if I'd be able to benefit fully.
You could figure that out within 2 minutes. You physically cannot unless you are a spellcaster.
Oh. Then he figures that out and he says, shit. And then he just kind of sits down and passes out.
All right. Then we are all having a wonderful rest. Of course, Colt, you will be having traumatic dreams. I believe somebody else who recently got a dragon mark, Amatrine, of course, you will be having terribly traumatic dreams. Whatever is your own personal hell, that's what's playing in your head.
That's normal.
Pretty standard fare. Champ, just
Yes.
before you go to sleep, Black Razor speaks up and says, "Champ, are you awake?"
I just kind of mumble and turn,
Listen,
pretending to not be awake.
if you can help us find Wave, I take back all of the mean things that I may have said and may still want to say, but you would prove useful.
Champ will crack a smile, but continue to pretend he's sleeping.
Ah, right, yes, the old pretend. Okay, well, it was pleasant having this conversation with you.
He rolls over and wraps Black Razor in his scabbard still in a big old hug as he still pretends to fall asleep.
And just like the slightest whisper, this is kind of nice.
This is the love story we all deserve.
Yeah,
Really.
no, it's not about Meow and his wife. It's this.
I
Champ
ship
and
this
Black
all day
Razor.
long. It's
Man and his sword.
We hear some light saxophone music coming from outside the room.
The sword and the two scabbards.
Careless whisper.
Ooh.
A few hours pass by as everyone drifts into their slumber.
Where does Vel end up to nap?
That is a good
Right
question.
next to Coles, of course.
Okay, you unlock the room and we have a pile of folks.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. I'm trying to get everyone in the same room. If it happens, it happens.
Vel, you are stirred awake with your name being called from the upper deck of the ship.
What?
Softly, but loud enough to where you can hear it. Like a Vel.
Hello? Mysterious voice? Trying not to wake anyone in the room.
As you turn to look over at Colt, having closely monitored, I feel like, his well-being, his chest isn't moving up and down to signify that he's breathing, and as you hold your hand sort of like over his face, he's not cold or anything, he's not dead, but it doesn't seem like he's animate either.
Val starts freaking out and shaking Colt and trying to wake him up. And yeah, however she can try and wake him up. I know how to put people to sleep. How can I wake them up?
When you go to physically grab him, your hands pass through him.
Oh, this must be a dream. I don't think Colt is, I feel like I would have noticed by now if he did this normally. All right.
And once again from the top deck, Valhalla.
I try and jump up to see if I can fly like a ghost through the ceiling.
Like a part of me wants her to hit her head on the ceiling.
Part of me wants that too.
You jump up, and your horns do poke through the top deck, but then you come back down.
Oh. I pile up. I'm assuming there's like a chair or something in the room, and I try jumping off that. Like get some height first, and then like get further.
There you
I'm
go.
finding this quite interesting.
All right. So clambering up a couple of the bedside tables, you manage to stick your head up through the deck, and over towards the front three ballistas with a sort of smoky black outline of a hand resting on the railing of the deck, a figure in this dark black cloak. Even though there is no wind out here in the astral sea, it billows all one way. The figure in a hood sort of looks your direction and extends a shadowy hand out and gives you a kind of like a come here sort of hand signal.
I like try and clamber through the roof, like you would like, I don't know, like getting it. You know, you're trying to like get out of the side of a pool and
Yeah.
you're just kind of like struggling. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Very graceful.
You do, in fact, make it up onto the deck. It seems like the more you concentrate on accomplishing this task, the easier it becomes.
Hi. I'm known as Val. Who are you?
The figure turns his head slightly, but not the body. And even as you look under the folds of the hood, there is nothing there but a complete, just black void. He speaks, though. I am called by many names, but you can call me Alistair. And
Alistair?
I'm a big fan of yours. You might even say a patron.
Oh, cool. Fan of what exactly?
Your potential.
Alice. Can I call you Alice for short?
No. I would prefer
Okay.
Alistair.
That's alright. I respect your choices.
He extends a hand out, gesturing out towards the astral void. It's a weird place, isn't it?
Beautiful though.
And quiet. Some
Hmm.
people think that this world is where magic comes from, where great beings go to excel, and where those who are not yet great discover their greatness. And I think that's you.
Uh, thanks, I guess.
Did you ever wonder where your powers came from?
Yeah, I kind of did, but like it's just always been there, and sometimes that seems to happen to people, like just some sort of twist of fate, I guess.
He chuckles, a sort of light-hearted but almost pained laugh, and yes, that is how things can be described, isn't it? A twist of fate, a zig when you should have zagged. One choice that led to another. Forgive me, I am looking in retrospect. I've come here today to extend to you an offer and to meet as face to face as I can.
All right. Did you do something weird to my friends and me? I feel like a ghost right now, which is quite cool, but I would have liked to been asked beforehand.
We're talking in the dreamscape. You are safely asleep in your bed. And at
Oh,
any
awesome.
point during this conversation, you can just lie back into your body and we'll be done here. But I think after you hear what I have to say, I think you'll liven up.
Val starts falling through the deck a little bit, thinking about bed, and then but quickly like catches herself.
I'm aware that you're looking for your brother.
You know where my brother is.
I know where he is and who he is.
You are correct that I am very interested in that.
Of
But
course.
what do you want from me?
Long ago, in my mortal life, I was in service to a now defunct elven empire. Through betrayal, I was delivered to the nine hells for crimes I did not commit. Though, rising up the infernal ranks, not easy, I managed to prove myself and break free. He sort of shrugs his shoulders a bit and then physically turns his body to face you. And it's here that you can sort of see the shadows diminish and his features, human, look a decent amount like your brother. Like your brother, but older. Of course, there are some slight things changed, but there does seem to be a resemblance.
Val does not look happy and says, like, why are you stealing the face of someone you know that I care for deeply, and I do not want anyone to be taking his visage.
He smiles and, dear child, I did not steal his face. I gave him his face.
Are you like my granddad or something? I never met. Like, what?
You never met your father, did you?
No, no, that
I'm
is true.
sorry about that. It's not the way I wanted things to be. But
Um,
I'm here now. and I've always been here. Every spell you've cast, every sleep that has malfunctioned.
Not sure if I should thank you for that, but I guess I probably needed the sleep.
It's hard for me to project myself into the mortal plane, but here, in the seas of oblivion and the astral sea, I find it much easier.
So you couldn't contact me before.
It was difficult. I've tried a few different times, a few omens here or there, but I've always felt like I've done what I could from the sidelines. But now I think, viewing your adventures from afar, it may be time I take a bit more of an active role.
Well, thanks. I mean, it'd be nice to get to know a, a member of my family that hopefully isn't, evil, and find my brother. So you have information on where to find my brother.
Yes, so the nine hells, divided amongst, of course, 9 levels, all have a different archdevil who rules them. As if to spite me, your brother's soul is being kept on the first level, Avernus. Archdevil Zariel holds the key, or rather, the contract. I would be more than happy.
Archdevil who?
Zariel.
Zuriel. Sounds like an angel, but okay.
She used to be. Such as
They're
the
just two parts
corruption
of
of
the
the
same
9
cult.
hells. I am inclined to agree. He gestures to your horns. You see, they made you pay for my own sins. This is the result of your father's crimes. He gestures to the tail and the horns and says, condition.
It's just who I am. I've come to accept it as not a curse, but a gift. You know,
I'm glad.
I like to stand out. What did my father do?
He sighs. I joined a particular knighthood. Seemed just at the time. Little did I know they were worshippers of a particular archdevil, Tiamat, Queen of Dragons. And before I learned of this fact, I was already inducted, going on crusades on their behalf. Just another pawn on the board.
And so you were punished for this
Well,
in such a great way, sent to hell.
you raid one too many villages for the wrong cause, and yes.
So so you're raiding like random little villages for a cause, and you thought that was okay?
Well, elven expansion at the time was sort of the idea.
Do you still think it's okay to just raid small villages?
Absolutely not.
Okay,
Which
that's
is
okay
why I hope that you do better than I ever have. We
then.
need
I
you
mean,
to be better.
hopefully. Seems to be that there's a very thin line between hero and villain these days.
That it is. What I can tell you is this. If you manage to, in your travels, prepare yourself for a trip to the 9 hells, I can get you in. It's up to you from there.
How do one prepare themselves to get into the 9 hells? I'll do it, of
Well,
course, but
surely you'd want to grow in strength, perhaps. Find more ancient magics, maybe powerful weapons, powerful friends, He kind of gestures below deck. You seem to already have a okay group with you.
They're the best.
He kind of nods.
Except for that one dude we picked up like a few hours ago. I don't really know much about him.
He smiles and chuckles. Mr. Gallahan has led a interesting life thus far. I wouldn't be too hard on him, though.
Oh yeah, like I just don't know him. Like I don't know you, but I hope we can catch up more in dreams, weird as that is.
This will be the primary form of communication I have with you. It will be easier that way.
Okay.
And I don't want to overstep my bounds and, be physically present. I must confess I was scared to contact you at all.
You know, one of my best friends, like, in battle regularly turns into some creepy zombie thing. It doesn't bother me. Appearances never have. Gesture myself. So as long as you, like, act in the way that your words suggest you would, good, not hurt me or my friends or innocent people, ideally, then I, am not going to be judging someone before knowing them too much.
He smiles. That makes me very proud to hear.
A lesson hard learned.
Your mother would be proud to hear it as well.
Belle just does not respond to that.
There is a sort of long, awkward silence, and he's like, well, I suppose I've kept you long enough, but think about the offer, and perhaps I can bring more information next we meet.
Thanks, Pops, and I hug him.
And you are
Or
able
attempt
to make physical contact. Roll me a charisma save.
Like, surprise pops! Surprise pops was a hug, but a grapple all along. You fell into my trap.
22.
Oh,
Perfect. So these images start rapid fire flashing into your mind's eye, as it were. You initially begin to sort of feel emotions, but because of the save, you're not feeling these things. You're just seeing the images, just countless burning forests and villages, crying children, people shrieking, running out of towns, always with the same multicolored horsemen riding in the beginning of these images. And of course, nothing left in their wake but fire and brimstone.
Alistair, my dude. I wanted to hug you. Did not want the images of the death and destruction you have caused. Not fun.
He
Not
looks
cool.
sort of shocked when you say that. That was not my doing. I apologize.
All right. Just can you promise me that you do not do anything similar to this? You do not try and strike terror into the hearts of innocent people, etc., etc., destroy their homes for no possible. There's no possible reason for that I would accept as good enough. I don't think.
You have my word.
Can I tell if I think he's being truthful?
You can sure try an insight check.
I mean, I don't think
You
that's
are
gonna
able
be
to
very
see
easy,
his
but
face and hear his voice, so
it's an 11.
as far as you can tell, seems legit.
Okay, that's cool. I don't like as long as you're making efforts to change. From what I can gather, that was like ages ago. Still not cool, but I'm willing to kind of overlook that and talk about it later.
That's fair. Good night, Valhalla, and I'm glad we finally got to speak.
Yeah, thanks for actually showing up and stop being an absentee person from my life. Appreciate it. Then she
He
falls to my dick.
winks. Rejoining with your body, You sleep out the rest of the night in relative solitude. And we awake the next day on a lovely, similarly lit astral morning, noon, or night. You don't know. Time is irrelevant. But 8 hours have passed, so your bodies tell you. And a long rest is achieved.
Awake to the dawn of another astral twilight.
That's right.
Well,
So you awake.
yes, I feel much better. Thank you for forcibly manhandling me into bed.
Amatrine's still
Oh,
sleeping.
good. I had a very weird dream, or maybe it probably wasn't a dream, but it could have just been a dream.
Oh, did you like see yourself as being like a big birthday cake and everyone was like around your table and they wanted to get a piece of you, but you knew if they blew out the candles, they would extinguish your existence?
Not this time.
Oh, no, I didn't have that either.
So,
Anyways, you go
yeah.
first.
She's like just shaking her head at Colt's like
Just-
antics.
Just take a
Like
guess.
yeah, that's totally Colt. Yeah. No. Well, first I thought I woke up and you were like maybe dead, but then I realized we were all ghosts, but you were asleep still even as a ghost, and it was really cool. So I floated to the ceiling, and that's when I was kind of still like, this is a dream. And then there's like this dude, this mysterious like voice was calling out my name, and I was like, sweet, let's go see what that is. Yeah, it was this black figure person who, you know what, he knows where my brother's soul is, which is the
Oh.
most important thing,
Okay, yeah.
and offered us. He said my team was he said my team was okay, basically, to
Yeah,
help to
okay.
figure out how to get into the hells to get my brother's soul back from the first level of hell.
Okay. Did he
Which I would
want
like to do ASAP.
Did he want anything?
They just seem to want to chat.
Oh, okay. Just some kind of black cloak.
Yeah.
All right. Well, did he
He offered
seem
me, you know,
did he
power.
seem reliable?
Yeah, he seemed like a chill dude. I mean, I did at one point get visions of him, you know, pillaging and destroying a village, but he promised he's all past that now, and I believe him.
Yeah, happens to the best of us, I suppose.
Exactly. Who hasn't done an accidental, you know, pillaging of a village?
True story. Anyways, well, that's promising because we don't really have any other leads. I feel like we need to find Wave because Meow is losing his goddamn mind about it.
Oh yeah, I know. Wait. I know the direction Wave's in. Let's.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
and then
so do that first. Find some more cool stuff and powerful people, and then storm hell. Fucking kill whoever took my brother, and then kill them again. Make sure they go to the worst level of hell, and then
Detroit.
after we make sure my brother's safe, obviously.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't get dressed up for nothing, so great. Well, let's find this Wave, and I think, is there still a space dragon? I feel like we have a space dragon we kind of put off to the side.
Well,
that
we should keep putting that to the side. I think we need Wave. There was this really cool sounding restaurant that the new guy, I forget his name, was talking about, and I love new cuisine. I feel like space food is something you have to try at least once. But not that important. More find Wave, figure out how to get the power to like storm hell itself. Oh, by the way, Dad Dude said that he would
Wait, what?
Get us to what?
What? Dad Dude? You're calling him Daddy? That's a little.
Nope. That's not. No, I did not say that.
You said Dad Dude.
Nope.
I heard it too.
Not at all a father figure to me now.
He's a father figure to. Wow, this must have been a really intense conversation. He's a father figure to you.
Anyway, that's not what I said. I said the opposite of that. He said that he could get us into hell, but he wanted us to be more prepared first. So.
Okay.
He's not.
He's not what?
Look, let's focus on getting Wave.
I'm focused. You're the ones all over the place.
You know, if we're
Val
looking to get
starts
into
looking at the
hell,
rooms at helm.
this restaurant might be an
Oh my god,
excellent
where did you
segue.
come
Jesus,
from?
Champ just like sticks his head through the door. You know.
Oh no, he was
I
sleeping
already
in
said
the
I
room
wanted to
with
go to
us.
the restaurant.
put a
I,
shirt
yeah, he
on.
probably was. And Val forgot about like everyone else in the room.
Okay.
Like
Okay,
they-
dude.
Champ
Do you
is
think your
wearing
I
dad might be
know-
there?
Let's go.
All right.
Okay, let's find Wave restaurant, see where the space dragon is, because we kind of need money, and then we'll, I guess, figure out how to get from point A to point B from there.
Oh, we also have another problem. Blackie's hungry, and so am I.
Okay.
There's sheep in the bottom.
There is
Uh,
at least
Ooh,
8 sheep
let's-
It'll solve
left.
both problems. Kill the sheep, get the soul, get the meat. Done. You're the head chef now. Amatrine, are you awake? All right.
All right,
I'm
I'll
gonna
walk
figure out
off
how
and
to
I'll go
fly
kill a
this
sheep.
ship.
Oh, God. Let's just wake up Amatrine. Hang on. You're,
Val's already getting down the corridor.
you're
like,
a little...
she's in a rush.
Oh,
This needs to get done.
would someone stop her, please, before we run into something?
There is a shimmering blue light that emits from the spell jamming helm, and you guys can feel the ship lurch as it starts moving.
Oh, okay. Amatrine. 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 Tap, 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 tap on her nose. Tap, 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 tap.
Tap, 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 tap.
Amatrine. Amatrine! Boy, she is out. Okay, well, tuck her back in and go make sure Vel doesn't run into a planet.
Wait, am I flying the ship already?
No, somebody is though.
Didn't think so.
Wait,
Did not
what?
think so.
Who's flying the ship?
Val is now sprinting to the thing. But,
Yep.
but like as soon as the ship starts moving, she's like, was everyone in that room
More or less,
of
I
the
think.
party?
No, I mean, the lurching of the ship definitely woke Theron up.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm running to see who
Now,
did that.
now was not.
For
a
the
thing, but
knife.
yes.
Once you get there and you look around the other side of the chair, you've got Meow like drooling down one side of his chin, like hand sort of curled up, like and like that's who's piloting the ship.
Is,
Yeah, wake up!
can he do that?
Apparently,
That
It's
doesn't
not
I
look.
very-
try and I look at where the beam is, and I'm trying to like physically point like his head to where the beam is going to see if it will make the ship turn that way.
you can Meow. You are able to hear them, and just like Amatrine, you can see everything around and inside the ship 360 degrees, as if you were standing in a place.
Yeah, I was so lost right now. He's like, what the fuck is happening?
Misdirection, meow. I don't know if you're awake or asleep or what's happening, but go that way.
This is the craziest head change Meow's ever gotten.
Yeah.
Nonstop feeling in
Please
his
tell me-
limbs.
Please tell me he smoked his pipe before doing this.
Oh, 100%. He was smoking it while he was like flicking the device, trying to figure it out, how to get it turned on. He is gone right now.
If we could
So-
play it, Boston would be playing right now. Smoking, smoking.
Yes, 100%. That's in the background. So you just hear Meow kind of talking to himself. I guess there's like an intercom, right? Like,
It's
kind of.
basically magic intercom, yeah.
Okay. Meow's like, don't worry, Wave. We're coming for you. But wait, is this thing on? Wait, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Everyone
Oh,
can
hey,
indeed
Meow.
hear
There's an
him.
intercom. I thought I had to use my telepathy to get that working.
Hey,
We
meow,
have-
buddy. That's the direction to go for wave. Just go faster.
Can the ship just have a built-in like one-way sending stuff?
I think we have at least homebrewed whoever's at the spell jamming helm can just speak out of the ship. I like that.
Okay.
Well, Meow is very confused at that juncture then, and I'm assuming can hear Bell direct him. Does he
I
have
mean-
enough understanding given everything that's happening right now, to where like if she's pointing in a direction that he can determine what way to go
Yes,
and
and
head
in
with it.
fact, as you're thinking to yourself, okay, where is Wave? You instinctively know the direction that Wave is because you're in the spelljamming helm.
Ah,
So you know, and that sort of meshes up with the beam.
okay.
And far off into the distance, you can get the feeling that Wave is out there.
All right. Well, with that, yeah, I was gonna say, well, if there's no objections, and Meow doesn't wait for any objections. He just guns it. He goes.
The ship slows for just a second, and a bit of blue light opens up at the front where the jaws are. It envelops the ship, and you guys, bam, split forward through astral space.
Ludicrous speed.
You arrive about 15 minutes later. Spat out instead of astral sea this time. A lovely black vacuum of space. Stars all around. Just maybe about a half mile in front. A large chained together series of asteroids. What seems to be a small settlement. But just before is what seems to be a large, almost dock with a restaurant parked right in the middle. It has a rotating neon sign. The name of the restaurant is Boobies.
Like as classy as place as Meow has ever been.
Restaurant at the end of the universe.
This is where Wave is?
Meow is like, yeah.
You guys can start to smell a little bit of smoke, however. And the air starts to taste a little stale. The galley, there's a little bit of smoke coming out of the galley. Meow, with your ship omniscience, you're able to see inside the galley. What is going on in the galley?
That's a great question. What is going on in the galley?
I'm asking the man that's causing this.
Uh-oh.
You see Champ half covered in various smears of blood. One hand is holding the head of a sheep, and the other hand is vigorously whacking at the stove that has the other entirety of the sheep on it on fire.
I mean, he's following my instructions.
You are the co-captain.
Do you
Did he
just
kill-
like your
did he
meat
kill
blackened?
all the sheep?
Oh, good, you're here. How do I cook it?
Cut it up into smaller bits so that when it burns, it cooks through and you don't get sick.
Oh, so like this one, he holds up the head and then throws it into
No,
the.
smaller,
Oh.
smaller. Like imagine almost like bite-sized, maybe 2 bite-sized.
I don't want to bite it. It's on fire.
No, don't bite it. Cut it into bite-sized pieces. Here, she takes out her dagger and starts sawing away strips of meat. Belle is good at eating food. Let's put it that way. She's not so good at cooking. We did, however, see a restaurant called Boobies, I believe.
Oh, we're
Do we all
here.
see that? Do we all see that, or was that
Oh,
just?
we're here.
Maybe better food.
Yeah, Champ walks away from the burning stove
Val tries
and
to put,
is
like, a
like
pot
starting
lid
to
or
walk
something
towards
on
the
it.
exit to get off the ship. Blackie, you're
Oh
gonna
my
love it
God.
here. I'm sure Wave will be here. They got the best
Val
food in all
shuts
the
the
galaxy.
door. Belle shuts the door on the way out, just leaves that fire. Like, she doesn't know how to deal with that. Like, she just shuts the door. Like, I'll come back
Okay.
to that.
So, as we go to our first break, we're going to be leaving the galley of the lamprey ship, currently smoldering and smoking.
I think Colt might ask Anna
Other people are aware.
to take care of that.
Good idea. Val's just very stressed right now, okay? She can't deal with fire. Not one that she hasn't caused.
All
Does
right.
Meow know how to get
Okay.
out of this thing?
What's that?
Does Meow know how to get out of this chair?
Yes, and in fact, you are able to just like will yourself to go back into your body essentially and like unhook yourself.
Huh.
You did
Do you want to go
also,
put that
by the way,
fire out?
have to agree to the terms and conditions.
Oh, I 100% did. But it was more like it's like someone's first time using like a smartphone, and he just clicks on a bunch of stuff and has no idea what he's pressing. That was
You
basically.
didn't
the
read
experience.
it.
Yep. That's
What do you mean
that's what
first time?
Amateur did too.
So going to break, most of us have left the ship and are walking towards the restaurant.
Meow is heading down to put out that fire because he knows all about that fire, and I'm assuming nobody else does. So he's gonna go deal with that.
There will help
Amateur's
me out.
full asleep.
Perfect.
Colt will definitely be following Vel. She seems a little panicked. He may have to have a chat with her.
There is a open spot. You guys are going to be Dock 42. It's going to be on the eastern side of the asteroid.
42. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, intentional. Boobies is not too far away. It's a short walk. There seem to also be a couple of other smaller shops and different things connected. Each of these, there's about 4 of them in sort of a loose horseshoe pattern, almost like a semicircle. You guys are on the leftmost one. Each of them connected by what is basically wooden drawbridges, just strung across. You can kind of just safely walk amongst them. There are and is gravity. So then, when we come back from break, we'll head inside and see what waits in store.
Get a mouthful of boobies.
We'll be right. The appetizer. We'll be right back. And we're back.
Hello.
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 Before we head to the restaurant, Colt would pull Vel aside for a moment if I can get that in before we enter this.
Yes, absolutely.
World
rather quickly here, as you guys pull up to the dock, there are all kinds of different ships pulled to various docks. Some that look just like galleons that you might already know. Some that look like scorpions and spiders and snails. There are all manner of vessels parked here, and as you kind of look down this main asteroid from the Ametrine 416, you are able to see all manner of species. We're talking kobolds, we're talking orcs. If there is a species / race, they are here.
Okay.
They have the polycorns.
So as Vel is hurling towards the restaurant, he's going to grab her arm, kind of turn around, and say, "Hey, how you doing? How you doing?"
Great. Are you okay after yesterday?
Yes. Thank you for fussing about me.
Anytime.
Always. But
She hugs him.
he hugs her back. He kind of holds her
Well,
hand.
let's get food.
Well, we will. Hang on. Pulls her back. Just want you to sort of. You seem a little. I've seen this before. A smidge manic. I think finding out that this person who you said, anyways, about your brother, and
That knows what I'm about. Yep.
yes, but
My brother's in hell right now, and I'm going to a restaurant to eat nice dinner.
yes. I'm just saying. When I thought I knew where Star was after she disappeared, I kind of got a little single-minded, and you tackled me. And instead of me tackling you physically, I just want to verbally tackle you so that we don't go
Not
off.
fair.
What's that?
Verbal tackles are so much worse.
Yeah. Well, I don't. We both have been thrown around quite a bit the last day, so just want to sort of make sure you're nice and steady here. And then wherever we go, we'll go. You and me will go there. Ametrine will come and help us too. We're all on board on this, but make sure we do this right and not foolhardy.
Yeah,
I just say that I want that on a shirt.
yeah.
Verbal
That's
tackles.
never.
You know I won't abandon you, so we'll do this, okay?
I know. If I'm gonna do something reckless and foolish, I'm taking you with me. But
That is kind of a threat, but thank you.
okay, this guy, he did say I would need even more friends and magic stuff to be able to like successful. Like I don't want to like go in and be like I'm gonna rescue you and
Okay.
then just get trapped myself. I as much as I want to just run after him right now, this is a reason that I'm just going into this restaurant because for some reason this I keep forgetting his name. The guy, the loser guy, ex-captain.
Chad?
Chad. Yeah, Chad.
Yeah, he's standing right
Chad
over
wants to
there.
go to this restaurant. Oh, I didn't notice him.
Yeah.
Champ?
Champ? Oh, that's Chad. I don't know them
Hey.
apparently.
Oh, sorry. I do want to respect your name. But I just keep forgetting it. I'm sorry. And yeah. But yeah. So
Okay,
I
yeah,
need
no.
to. I'm aware that in order to successfully rescue my brother, I need to like bide my time. Whatever.
Yeah. But you also need to know who the hell this is too. I don't quite trust random ghosts showing up on the ship.
Why not?
All right, let's go check out these appetizers.
Yes,
Yeah,
excellent.
I got a street. I gotta eat.
Yeah, I give her a hug,
Stressy.
and then kind of give a shrug to Amatry and give her a hug, and like, let's go.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Amatree's still asleep.
Oh, well, we'll bring you. We'll bring
Didn't
you.
you tuck?
Amatrine's guarding the ship.
Yeah, didn't you like tuck her in and like say, okay, later?
We'll bring you a doggy bag.
Yeah, we'll bring you some leftovers.
All right, so I guess we're gonna be walking up to the hostess's stand.
Val is walking right next to Colt and has her tail like around his ankle. Like
As you guys
it's
are
a tripping
kind
hazard,
of
but they make it work.
Really quick,
approaching
I
the
don't
restaurant.
know if Theron and I are with you guys. I think we're still on this ship putting
Oh,
out
yeah.
the fire.
Well, bring
did we make up with you?
Bring Amatry with
Did we
you.
catch up?
Fireman, carry her to the restaurant. We'll plop her down.
I mean, I don't know how long it would take to put out that fire. I don't know.
I wouldn't think
I
very
would-
long at all.
Yeah, I
It's not like a
wouldn't say
roaring
too
fire.
long.
It's like just
I mean,
smoldering.
we had our chat. That took a bit of
The
time.
question is,
Okay,
are
so
the
we're
fire
catching up.
extinguishers up to date?
That is true. That is
It was
very
my
true.
ship, so like, there's.
I mean, if you can wake Amatrine up, I'm sure she can do some sort
No,
of water
It
spell.
wasn't your ship. We were freezing lamprey. You had the mayfly.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought we were on the damselfly.
Damselfly,
The
yeah.
lamprey's old as shit, isn't it?
It's a little old, yeah. It's pretty dated.
Out of code.
Did they have fire codes back then?
You'll never know. As you guys approach Boobies, the glass of the restaurant, you can see it's packed pretty full, but it's a large circular restaurant. It has like different decks that all sort of like get taller one after another. There's a stage on the far side where they seem to be having live music going. A couple colorful individuals up there. There seems to also be somebody in like a zebra costume, like dancing up there. The hostess just out front. Hi, welcome to Boobies. How many for your party today?
We'll take the VIP stand, please.
Oh, Champ, nice to see you. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Weren't you,
And a
like,
round of
just here?
beers, the finest ales.
Oh, of course. Okay. How many?
Vel, how many are there?
I'm not good with numbers. 10.
We'll do 11. Blackie gets
Okay.
its own seat.
Usual
Of
table
course.
fine?
Of course.
Okay. Go ahead and be seated. Honey will be right with you.
Have Cassandra come too.
Okay. Well, they'll all say hi.
Wonderful. And 5 of my favorite appetizers.
5 orders of cheese fries
You
coming
know
up.
the usual.
Can we get one of every appetizer?
No. Plain cheese fries. You just
I
gotta
don't
figure out
know.
what that means.
Spicy
No.
cheese fries.
I think Champ just gets 5 orders of dinosaur nuggies.
All right.
Val's like, can I get one of every
Childish.
single thing on the menu?
You guys are led to a very large sort of semicircle blue leather kind of diner booth with a large circular table. Colorful menus are all set out for you, and the server named Honey, along with Cassandra, both sporting similarly tight-fitting and like jean shorts, half-cropped white top with the logo Boobies right up on top. Hi, welcome to Boobies. What can I start you with?
Of everything.
Oh, you know what I want, Cassandra and
On
Honey.
his tab. One of everything.
Yours is already put in there. We'll tell the girls you're here.
And make it double. I got a friend here, and I pull out Blackie.
Her eyes grow pretty wide. Now, Champ, we've talked about this.
Yes. Put my sword away in the restaurant.
That's right. Thanks, hon.
You know, Blackie can talk. It's like has like a soul of some sort. You should probably not judge people based on their bodies and the form they are
Tried
forced
that
to
one
be in.
before. It doesn't work.
The first waitress sits on the
People
table.
judge me like that. You know, she starts like kind of letting a tear fall down, like pointedly, like purple skin and horns. Like I don't want anyone to be judged like that and not allowed
And
to
honey,
appreciate
double the
just way
drinks?
they look.
Yes, please double the drinks. Yes, that's
Honey goes to address Vel and is like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, looks like you've had such a sad day. What happened?"
Well, a lot. Giant monsters in space. One of my friends decided to leave on a vacation impromptu, and then this loser decides we need to go to a restaurant instead of rescuing my brother, who I just discovered is in hell. And one of
my
my other friends
gosh.
threw his friend a weapon away, so we need to find that guy. And also, maybe my ancestor showed up, and he was possibly evil, but possibly redeeming himself, but I don't know, but he's the only one who can help me get my brother back. It's a big deal.
wait, who was it?
Listen, honey, I
Colt,
get it.
I'm not
I
talking to
have
you right
troubles
now.
with my ancestor too.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, like I'm saying, like, a lot of people judge me. I don't want Black Razor to go through that. Black Razor is decent. He only kills when he has to.
Sorry.
Mostly sheep, just to clarify. Mostly like sheep, and then we eat the rest of the sheep, so there's no waste.
It's not so bad. He just hungers for
You
souls.
have a live sheep in that?
Segue. If you have some mozzarella sticks, that'd be great too.
Look, you
The-
have special dietary requirements, and
I
you should
think
not be discriminated against.
Hella, I think she's gotten the gist of it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I've had a tough day. I did not mean to just
You
rant at you.
pats her back.
Here, and she just pours a pile of gold onto in front of the waitress.
Okay,
It's like a big handful of like gold pieces.
She's
Wow,
buying.
thanks.
She's buying for us. That's towards the bill,
There's a tip.
and whatever's left over is a tip.
No, Champ's paying.
Oh,
I'm just tipping.
okay.
Because,
Well,
you know, I
alright.
just freaking yelled at a waitress whose job is... I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. We get it all the time.
That doesn't make it okay. I'm so sorry.
Usually it's me.
It's nice to hear about someone else's problems for a change.
Did you want to talk? Like, I'm happy to listen as well.
Let me at least get your drinks and your starters first, and then we can do that.
We can share you some drinks and starters if your shift's about to end or something.
Oh, I'm here for
I've
the rest of
tried
the
that
night.
too. It doesn't usually work.
What do you mean it doesn't work? What are you trying to make work? Vel looks
Company policy says they can't sit at the table with clients for more than 2 minutes at a time.
Oh boy.
That's why I sit
weird,
on the
but
table.
okay.
Val.
Yeah, that works. Vel sits on the table too.
Okay. All right.
So she sort of bows, turns her head, and goes back towards the kitchen to round up everybody's drinks.
Don't forget the live sheep.
Gosh.
or other animal that has a soul.
Val, could you just sit and not yell
This-
across the restaurant?
Like you said,
Okay.
small children work too.
I cast the message spell to her. Wait, just
Wait,
Are we
what?
gonna
tell her,
sacrifice?
remind
We're,
her
sacri-
of death.
we sacrificing a lamb at every dinner now.
Like Reza does not deserve discrimination.
We're getting very Old Testament in here.
It's once every 3 days. I think he's had his fill for.
Just because he's not starving doesn't mean he doesn't deserve more.
You know, I'm starting to very much agree with Vel. I think every 3 days is a little
Okay.
less often than I'd like.
Like, when we can, we should feed him more so that when we can't, he's okay.
Okay.
And
Well,
we
we're.
shouldn't just
that-
starve
that
someone because
part
of the
doesn't
bare
track.
minimum.
I mean,
I've tried it too.
given our track record, we'll probably get into a fight fairly soon, one way or another.
Do I need to
On
start a
that
fight for him
note-
to get a
No,
food?
do not start a fight here. Not yet.
On that note,
Okay,
Meow is going to walk in the door with Ametrine slung over his shoulder, unconscious.
we get a
just
coffee.
gotta-
Can we get a coffee for her, baby?
Nervously, the hostess who greeted you outside is following behind you, just constantly going, "Sir, sir, sir, sir."
Hey, he's with us. Hey.
Darren's going to be there, kind of like holding up Ametrine's feet. It's going both. Because I mean, she's made of rock. Imagine she's kind of heavy.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And she's like pointing to Ametrine and is like, "Is she okay?"
She's a deep
Val
sleeper.
sends the message spell. Val, remembering not to yell, sends the message spell into this person's brain saying, "It's okay. She's with us. She's just likes to sleep in, so we're indulging that."
At the top of his voice, Meow's gonna yell, "Wave! Wave, are you here?"
Someone in the crowd waves.
Uh, there's a line of boobies girls who are like looking over at you, and they all wave.
Trident.
Meow is very confused and also uninterested.
Oh, sorry.
Just walks over to the table with Ametrine in there.
Colt's going to use his glamored leather armor and turn it into a dark hoodie, and then pull a hood up over his head gently, and pull a menu up. Like, oh my god.
I think Ametrine will eventually kind of like groggily come to, like, where are we?
A place worse than the stomach of an astral juggernaut.
Am I
Both
still
Honey
dreaming?
and
What's that
Cassandra are
stomach?
coming out with 2 trays of appetizers and drinks, just sort of slowly navigating the restaurant until they make their way to you.
Okay, so Wave is somewhere on this location, correct? Is that what we have determined?
He's bound to be around here somewhere.
Val stuffs an appetizer into her mouth and then speaking her out, it goes, "Alright," pulls out her hammer and goes, holds it out to like point at where Wave is, concentrating on Wave as she's eating.
So it points up on stage to one of the 3 gentlemen that are up there. One of them has this big, poofy, almost kind of like wavy afro kind of deal. He's got these big, colorful glasses that don't seem to have any lenses in them. He's wearing like a very colorful tank top. He's got he's got another fella behind him, maybe 2 fellas, because they're in like a zebra sort of suit. It's kind of like dancing and trotting around this basically a pole, but it seems to be held together with a trident.
Yeah.
Slave labor.
Immediately just stands up abruptly and just looks over and tries to talk to Wave in his mind. Wave, is that you?
Oh, it's you!
without skipping a beat, Meow is sprinting towards the stage.
Boy, what?
Well, you feel as if you are under the effect of the haste spell.
Oh,
It explains that.
thanks,
You're
Black
ramped
Wizard.
up on cocaine.
Yeah,
Colt
Meow.
is eating as many appetizers as possible because he thinks we're about to be thrown out in about 2 minutes.
Theron got a nice meat and some of their famous chicken wings.
As
Amateur's
he's sprinting
face
towards
is-
Trident,
Amateur's face is just face planted in whatever dish of food is in front of her.
Theron, are you on the outside of the booth?
Oh yeah, I figure since I was one of the last to get there, I probably am. Yeah.
The secondary server, Cassandra, goes to attempt to sit on Theron. It's kind of like, hi, what's your name?
He laughs. Is like, yes, greetings. My name is Theron Baronwolf. What may I
Wow.
call you?
Cassandra. Or Cass. Or Cassie.
Fine establishment here.
Hey,
Definitely
what's
a
your
feast.
friend doing? Points over to Meow, who's just like trudging up towards the stage.
He's a big
Would I-
karaoke fan. I wouldn't
would
worry
I-
about it.
Would I recognize that wave is up there or not?
I mean, taking a good look and seeing the trident, you're like, oh, yeah.
It's like,
Hmm.
it looks like he's wanting to take to the pole up there.
Well,
I would say, with my passive perception, am I clocking security in any way?
there is a bouncer towards the front door that has cooled off since they realized that Amatrine was not being abducted and was just, in fact, sleeping. There are also 2 bouncers on each side of the stage for the musical act, and they are starting to eye Meow.
I
That's
do
like
want
so-
to ask how far away the stage is, like in terms of feet.
I'd say maybe like 50, 60 feet.
That's a-
Val,
like-
what? And this trident is like tied to something or helping.
It's basically the top portion of a pole. Yeah. It's just been like,
Val would like to cast animate object on the pole that it's on top of and try and like get it to bring the trident towards the party.
uh,
I would
okay.
continue
Might be the
conversation
first time
with
I've heard that
Cass.
spell used in a constructive
It's like-
way.
But Cass, so I say whatever he is doing, I definitely do not endorse it and do not support it. I just want to put that out there. I'm here to enjoy the nice feast for the stomach and the eyes.
Yep. Which one do you like better?
So-
Just always between taking a bite of food and looking at the waitress.
yeah, so you can see Theron just like visibly start to blush, and he pulls his taker to meet up. So, I'm sorry, did you say something?
I think you got your answer there, Cassie.
Gosh, I love this song. They guys up on stage are like, okay, let me know if you've heard this one. They seem to go into a rendition of one of their famous songs, I'm Sexy and You Know It.
Is this LMFO playing this?
No, this is ROFL.
Oh, of course. Of course. This is a silly stream. Okay, we're
It's right about this time that
we're
Meow, you get to the foot of the stage, and the center pole there that our zebra friend is dancing around just seems to pop up and begins to float towards you. And like right in the first verse of their song, they stop and they're like bewildered as this thing is just floating off towards the stage. And they're like, hey, whoever's doing that, like,
Is someone still dancing on it?
we're like, no, the zebra is also very confused and is like, listen, we're in the middle of a show, guys.
Meow is gonna wave up his hand. Guys, I've got it.
Been here for
That's
5
the faulty
fucking
part.
minutes.
That's a faulty part. I'm here to fix this. Meow's gonna pull out his immovable rod and set it in place of where the trident was and activate it. Try this instead. This will never move.
Isn't it kind
Like-
of short?
Like never?
Well, unless you press that button. But don't press that button, it'll never move.
Rockin' party, brother. Then
Yeah.
goes to fist
It's
bump.
just like he's not even gonna try. He's just gonna walk away and grab the trident.
Thanks,
Oh,
man.
Yeah,
Then,
yeah,
yeah, being a fighter of low wisdom, misinterprets the fist bump as an attack and responds in kind.
And he grabs Wave and he smites his enemy.
That thing hit our tour bus on the way here. It was pretty crazy. So, hey man, while I've interrupted the show for that pitchfork, you know any good tunes?
Meow is
Or
going
can you dance?
immediately freeze up.
Everybody give a big rubies welcome to. What's your name again, man?
Um, Meow's gonna
Meow,
panic a little
meow.
bit and like look at the group for someone to save him.
Yeah,
His
Val's
name-
yelling his name.
His name is
There's your two
Booger.
thumbs up.
His name is
He's
Booger.
great at dancing. He's just shy about it. And he
Booger.
wants to dance
Booger.
and sing.
You guys heard it here from the table in the back. Everybody give it up to Booger. Come on, man. Time to rock and party this house down.
All right, so I guess this is as great a time as any to cast my light cantrip. So he's going to cast his light cantrip on the movable rod, in hopes that would create a some sort of spatial effect to give like a strobe light or something.
One moment.
Can I
It can
assist
be-
with minor
It
illusion
can be
or
colored
something?
as I like. It doesn't necessarily denote that it has to be one color though. So I choose all the colors.
There is a resounding cheer and whistling from the crowd and other dining patrons.
Meow is still at a loss for what to do, and he's gonna kind of look at the group for like a cue. It's
There.
like
Colt's
Just like-
gonna say dance. Dance, you idiot.
Darren's going to take a piece of ice out of one of the drinks, cast prestidigitation on it to give like off a shower of sparks. He's going to flick it up there, like right next to the pole.
Just roll me a random 20 for accuracy.
All right.
You know what? Let's make it performance.
Performance, that's an 18.
Okay. There's a wonderful shower of sparks that just flings across the stage, perfectly in sync to when Meow finally steps up there and turns around.
and without a second thought, Meow is just gonna be like, "Well, I did say it doesn't move." And so Meow's gonna jump up on the pole and start swinging around.
Meow,
Go,
for the
pole
first
dancing
time
Meow.
ever in a D&D campaign, I need a performance check for pole dance.
Pole dancing performance check.
Honestly,
I
don't
also
think it's the first ever.
can I also supplement it with an athletics check because you gotta be
Yeah,
really
you
strong.
know what? You got to be pretty athletic to do that. No joke.
Yeah, you do.
Especially
And
with
he's
this full
feeling
armor.
randy.
He still got his full armor on too.
Usually fully armored.
Do you
Oh,
want
wait, you all wore your armor in here?
do you want both?
Yeah, do both.
Let's do both. We'll use performance for flavor and athletics for how well you're climbing.
Okay, well, that's a 6 on performance.
Okay.
And the natural 1 for athletics.
Yes!
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 So-
Push the button.
Yes!
As soon as the music kicks back in, you go to spin up and twirl, and you like
Yeah.
kick your legs up, and I guess you kind of fling yourself off and ragdoll off and faceplant onto the stage.
Booger, booger, booger.
Yeah. Bug.
The guy in the zebra costume sort of stops for a second, and then goes right back to it.
As
Meow is never one to give up that easily. So Meow's gonna get back up, and
Yeah,
he's
he
gonna,
is.
he's gonna try again. I'm assuming you want me to roll both again.
Yeah, absolutely.
you know, if you
There
have
we go.
channel points for 1,000 points, you can buy Meow Inspiration. One of the many things you can use channel points for on the long
Can we
shots.
buy him in that
D&D.
one?
All right, so I'm gonna spend my inspiration to re-roll my performance check, but I got a 20 on my athletics, so it's time to.
Can we spend our channel points for the opposite of inspiration?
Val, can you pay
Oh,
luck to give
holy
me an extra 2
shit.
points for my performance?
Oh yeah, I can. I was just thinking about how it's a shame I can't use Tides of Chaos on someone else, but I can use the other thing. I will. Give a D4.
Nice. Okay. D4, D4, D4.
While this is happening, at some point, Colt's going to chat with Theron during this display of manhood.
So that's an athletics of 20 and a performance of 11. However, I'm going to also use one of my lucky die to re-roll the performance once again, because this is very important, guys. We got to understand. Meow has had his moment in the spotlight, and he's not going to let it go.
Oh yes!
So that's 22 on a performance.
So
He's reached deep inside himself.
Wow.
He has found it.
Is his wife here?
Trying dollar bills.
Did he bring his wife?
Bell's up front, like giving,
Oh,
like whatever you do, like
Copper.
with dollar bills or
Sorry,
whatever.
just like
Copper.
before, Anna's sort of like staring from inside or from outside the restaurant.
Please tell me Anna's here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's walking in now. The hostesses are pointing her in the right direction. So right as soon as you go to faceplant from failing the first time, something inside you wells up. You will not accept defeat nor embarrassment this day. No, instead, you catch yourself and sort of push yourself off the ground and kind of do one of these sick, like Michael Jackson style, like back moonwalk type deals. Grab the pole, spin yourself up, flip upside down, all to the beat. And man, you look great.
This is the moment I was
booger!
going for, you guys.
Woo, booger!
And you
Chucky.
get, let me just check crowd disposition. There is a resounding cheer. You're a success.
sounds like another Battlemaster maneuver.
Yeah. Give like
That's
a
a booger
distracting
fill the
strike
hall.
or something.
Hello
I'd like to use one of my Battlemaster points for seductive strike, please.
Want that to be a
You
thing now?
also seem to be gaining the approval of the two bards of the group known as ROFL. They're impressed.
Guys, if this whole adventuring thing doesn't work out, I might have another
Okay,
career
side
option
gig,
in
a side
mind
gig.
as a backup.
It's either gonna work out or you're gonna die. Meow. We're going to hell. Did I don't tell you?
Meow just pretends he didn't hear that, and he just continues to twirl around.
Cass sort of goes to throw an arm over Theron now. She's like, "Well, your friend's got some moves."
Yes. Spending several hours in battle will train you to be of peak physical performance, and that guy, he's seen his fair share of battles.
He
Colt,
leans in and whispers, "So how do you know Champ?"
Oh, well, that's the thing. We don't know him too well yet. He's having some ship issues, and us being the kind group we are, decided to give him a hand, and he's been tagging along since for the past couple of days.
That tracks. Go ahead, Cole. I'm sorry.
I said, actually, Cass, and as he says this, Colt's going to use panache on her to charm her. So I don't know. I could more than happy to roll for it, but it's a high number to beat.
She's not beating it.
Okay, it says actually, Cass, Theron here is underselling himself. He actually saved the life of my dear friend Vel. He points to Vel, who's throwing copper coins at reality, who
Making it hail.
is a very important person to me. And Colt's talking to Cass, but he's kind of looking at Theron, and he says, "I can't describe how much I appreciate that she is here with us because of him." And I myself am a little mean towards paladins, but this gentleman right here is among the best paladins I have actually come across in my many travels. So you should definitely, I mean, listen, champ's champ, but Theron, he's the real deal.
Oh, you flatter me. Oh, thank you so much. And so I reach out, like, bring both Cass and Colt in for just like a, like a comrade group hug, like says, like, oh, wonderful people. I'm so blessed to be surrounded by such wonderful companions.
Well, sorry, I was kind of a dick for you for the first few weeks.
It's like, oh, sorry, Cass. Releases like pats. So sometimes I get a little overexcited.
Colt will clink drinks with him and give him a respectful nod.
Champ's like third and fourth rounds of appetizers that he ordered at the beginning are now coming by.
Val's eaten at least one whole plate by herself.
Easily.
Like
Easily.
That's at least 3 with the haste.
So on the closing, on the little exchange, clinking glasses with Colt is like, oh, I'll do anything for my friends. Remember that.
It's
At this point in the background, Meow's taken the immovable rod and he's made it horizontal and just kind of like jumped up in the air and is now doing like flips.
And
dig it.
he's doing a thing where like he holds himself horizontal, like starts like pretend like walk through the air.
Yes.
When their song finally ends, the lead man, "Hey yo, I have never seen somebody rock or party as hard on command than this man right here. Thank you very much, sir."
Meow jumps down and hands him the immovable rod and walks back to the seat, drenched in sweat, just absolutely drenched.
Meow, buddy. Do you want to see if they've got showers in here?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
There are a couple boobies waitresses that walk up to you with a t-shirt, and they just kind of give that to you.
Meow doesn't make eye contact with him. He just takes it and just starts
Uh,
patting himself down.
The
Buckley,
t-shirt is white and a very
His
thin
shirt?
fabric.
No, it's just like one of the girls' shirts, the crop top.
nice.
Yes, I think we need like art of Meow in a top with like boobies across the.
Oh boy. Buck, we've had some channel point spendings. Ask you for a 9er random treasure and to roll from a random table to use at your discretion.
Okay.
So shout
Let's
out
see.
to a chimichanga, as well as I'm procrastinating right now for those channel completions.
Also, a big shout out to Red Beezer for the bit donation.
Yeah, so whoever Red Beecher is, he must be incredibly handsome. Thank you for that donation.
All right. For random minor treasure, there is.
It's the shirt. It's a +1 shirt.
Who do I give it to?
It's yeah. Hey, it's your discretion, buddy.
If it's
roll
rocks,
for it.
you should give it. If it's rocks, you should give it to me.
Hey, roll again.
Yeah, that's.
If it's something that could be modified to become a shirt, give it to Meow.
Yeah.
Oh, Chimmy has a good point. It was thrown on the stage.
That's what's about to happen now.
Oh my god.
So your random minor treasure Meow, for some reason, and let me just roll for accuracy. That's a natural 20.
Friend, you should
Ooh.
really join our Discord channel so you can see the facial expressions of this entire crowd.
There is a human enough individual, but does have tabaxi ears and what seems like a tail. Is a bard, you would guess, judging by the lute strapped across her back. She has something elastic that she's rubber banding and then firing at you. A pair of undergarments smack you right dab in the face.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Male or female undergarments?
Female.
Doesn't matter.
I mean,
It's,
for
What
my
style-
wife, it might.
it's the thought that counts.
It's like what style would that normally be attributed to?
We will say female.
Are they freshly worn or are they clean and just somebody decided to bring them in a package?
yeah.
Someone just.
Perception check.
I'm
I
sorry,
didn't have
but
to ask,
I'm sorry,
but
but who brings a package of underwear?
Someone
Like
who
I
wants
mean-
attention.
I
If you
want
work in a
to.
place called Boobies, I imagine like there's a lot of unorthodox.
Oh boy.
Now this was not a waitress. This was technically a patron, I would suppose. I must ask the method in which you are determining whether or not they are freshly worn. Because, man,
Oh boy.
this should really be a simple answer, but that question really.
Oh boy.
I mean,
This is
did
up
you
there
say-
with how much do turtle shells weigh.
Oh
Like,
boy.
Did you say it hit me in the face?
yeah.
Then yeah, he's gonna smell it.
I mean, his wife is his wife still watching him do this?
She is at the table eating appetizers.
Like, okay, just so we're all on
He's
the same
eating them
page,
a
he's
little
not gonna
more
like he's not gonna
forcefully
like
now.
take it in his hands and like take a whiff of it. But I'm imagining if he's getting smacked in the face with this, then he's probably gonna smell a little bit of it.
They are worn, yes.
Good God. Yeah, picks up and immediately runs to the door and is just looking for his wife to make sure she didn't see that.
They you kind of have to peel them off your face.
But do you take them with you?
I mean, they're magical, aren't they?
Wow. I mean, it's a random treasure, so it's really whatever he says it is.
Treasures can be mundane.
Treasures can be anything.
Last time it was gems.
This is the episode where Meow gets murdered by his wife.
So our friends RFL are now heading down off the stage, and looks like they're setting up for another performer. The members of which all come by the table, congratulate everybody, said that was a really awesome show, and they give each of you guys a pair of colorful neon-colored lensless spectacles. Just frameless, or excuse me, lensless glasses. Just nice neon colors.
Cole
Those are my
will
favorites.
put them on.
Yeah, so will Val. Immediately. They make me look smart.
Camp grabs an
think
extra pair for
amateurs-
Lackey.
Amateur will look at them and put them on backwards.
Do any of them look
Um,
a little different than the rest? Or they all look the same?
They're all different colors.
Is there a purple one?
There are purple.
I give them to Amatrine.
Do any appear to be magical?
No,
Yeah.
not really.
Alright. I'll save that identify spell for something else.
As Meow gets to the door,
pair of
he
pennies.
realizes a fatal error. He's gonna walk back to the table and he's going to look at Vel straight into her soul and say, "Don't say a word." And then he's
Val
gonna
steps
walk
to the
out.
side, revealing Anna. Nah.
Smiles really wide and goes, "Wow, that was quite the performance. I honestly didn't know you could do that.
Meow goes pale in the face. All the blood is gone.
Have you been practicing?"
Well, and I mean, Booger here, when we're out on the road and it's cold.
He does
and-
like to do lots of flips when he's fighting.
Yeah, he does a lot of flips, and then we're at the campfire, as you know, if we don't have a bard with us. Booger
It's very
here.
entertaining.
Yes, Booger does do an interpretive dance of our day's events, which is actually very accurate. I don't want to say erotic, but it is something else.
That got me going.
Yeah, I was very uncomfortable right now. He's
Do you
going
two want to go guard the ship, or
Have sex.
I thought we weren't supposed to say that out loud.
Oh, okay. I mean, you can guard lots of
Uh-huh.
things and have sex at the same time.
Yeah, that's why I was
Meow-
only implying the sex part rather than actually saying it out loud in polite company.
Meow is now beat
I look
red.
around like, oh.
He's gone from completely pale
Up
to
to
beat
you
red.
what you do, but you should go guard the ship. Wink.
He got thrown the enchanted pennies of domestic dispute.
I don't think Meow's gotten some in like ever since he's been with us, so you know he probably.
There was that one night where the Harry Potter,
Oh yeah, yeah.
diagram
Forgot all
alley.
about that. The Harry Potter theme room. Oh my goodness.
Yes. Yes.
Meow's gonna take his wife by the hand and walk out.
Don't
Where are they
forget
going?
Wave.
Oh, he has Wave in his other hand. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Wave likes to watch.
By the way, just for the record, Wave was cheering you on the entire time, like, yes, Buster, move! Yeah! Show the heathens what dance can do for the soul.
So now throw
Was he
me.
singing along, but in like a shanty style?
Yes. I'm sexy and you know it. He works out.
There is a question in the chat
Oh.
asking, is there...
So at this point.
It says, donation incentive for Meow to do a dance in real life. Funbox, would you be willing would you be willing to dance
He
Or-
has an actual pole dance in his
for
house.
I
surely.
guess for
You
apparently
die.
for bits? How many? Oh, let's ask how many? How many bits?
And how
How
long?
about how about we think about it? I'll get back to you.
All right, I'll say make an offer.
I like it. I like it a lot. All right.
So Ametrine will eventually kind of like come to.
Hey, Sleepy.
Hey, and she'll kind of like look at Colt kind of like awkwardly. She's still not happy with him. And she'll kind of like, start munching on whatever's in front of her.
Okay.
Right?
Here, try the wings. They're delicious.
Wings.
Yeah, so kind of like chicken tenders, only with bones.
Don't eat the
I
bones,
thought-
though.
I thought birds had.
Oh,
I thought birds had wings.
Yes, these are chicken
chickens
wings.
are birds.
Yeah.
Val had been in the middle of just like crunching through a bone when you said that, and she was just like looked up like, oh.
It's
I
not
mean-
recommended to eat bones. Some people do like the bones. No, we've
Ah.
got a variety of appetizers here and dips. So
I bet the extra calcium make your horns extra fabulous, though.
Thanks.
Yes, your horns are quite lovely.
Thanks.
very nice horn drooly.
Sandra agrees, who is still sitting there with you guys, breaking company policy.
Sandra,
Uh,
do you want to? Do you need to? Do you want to chat?
Oh, I was just having fun listening to you guys. You guys need anything?
What, so you like sitting on Theron's like leg this whole time?
Yep.
Yes. Do you know, like for our ship, if there's anywhere that we could possibly look at getting it fixed?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We had an astral dreadnought take a massive bite out of our ship, and I'm very concerned about.
There's a auto shop, Jesus Christ. There's a
Shipyard?
Astral Garage.
Shipyard, yeah.
Tom's Astral Garage Yeah, you know what? We're gonna go with that. There's a Tom's Astral Garage just on the next asteroid over. They'll get you
Oh,
fixed
No,
right.
wonderful.
no, Tom's won't do. You have to go to Roscoe's.
Oh, right. She leans over and whispers once again into Theron's ear, but like cocks an eye over at Amatrine and Vel if they're also within eyesight. Basically, anyone across the table from Theron. She's like, "Champ's loaded."
Hmm.
What
So,
does that mean?
is this Roscoe Place top
She
of the
like
line?
rubs her fingers together in sort of like a cash money.
That's not going to help.
Belle gives her 5 more gold,
I
like automatically.
It's like
what,
is
Oh,
Champ
dang.
what does
is,
this mean?
is Champ loaded or is his parents loaded?
Colt leans over to Amatrine and says, Champ apparently has a lot of gold and platinum available for him.
I don't currently owe Roscoe a ton of money. Tom, on the other hand,
Yeah. Cassandra smiles. Oh, well, this is sort of the, like your friend said, it's the symbol for money. He's got a lot of money. She smiles
So
at
why
Champ.
wouldn't you
I mean
just
that in the nicest way.
why wouldn't you just say that he has a lot of money?
It's rude to talk about people's finances. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's like how you're not supposed
okay.
to tell someone to go have sex.
Just like that. Just like that, actually. Is your friend gonna be okay?
What
Who
one?
knows?
After about 2 to 3 minutes, he'll be fine.
Wow.
Yeah, they probably just need a short chat.
I mean, he does have haste cast on him.
Yeah, he'll be
Well,
exhausted.
so long as she's not built like a
In a
haunted house.
minute or two, he'll be exhausted from haste.
Yeah.
Better check on her.
So what what are you doing here? Or I guess that's a strange question.
Kind of working as I put myself through college.
Oh
How much
really?
does college cost?
Oh goodness, it's pretty expensive. I'm gonna be an artist.
Yeah, so how much does that cost?
Gosh,
In,
this
like,
past
GP.
semester was about like 5,000 gold, give or take.
I just give her all my money.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
25 platinum, 71 gold, 1,428 electrum. I don't like being rich. It makes me an ass. I feel like being rich makes you an asshole.
She switches
So-
from Theron's lap to your lap.
Oh no, you can stay with Theron. I'm not interested in that. I just think that artists will bring joy to the world, and I want to support that, and I don't like having money.
I assume this meal's been paid for?
Oh, you guys walked in with Champ. It's always paid for.
Okay, super.
Oh, do you have his banking information as well?
Yeah, on file.
Don't we have his banking
it
information?
makes it
Isn't
easier
it-
that way.
It's so convenient.
Forgot about that.
He is here a lot.
Every second Tuesday. And first Tuesday. Wednesdays too.
Every day that ends in Y, actually.
Essentially, if I'm not out slaying space dragons.
Playing space how do you play Space Dragons?
Slaying.
Slaying.
How many
Oh,
space dragons
slaying.
have you
I
actually
thought-
slain?
I
Not
thought
as
you were
many as
playing
I've
a game.
seduced.
Ooh. Okay.
You seduced a dragon. How did that turn out for
Oh,
you?
let me tell you a story.
Cassandra stands up. I'm gonna refresh your drinks.
She's heard this one before.
She walks away several times.
Yeah.
Well,
Always a different number.
I'm sure Theron will be on board with this because he's gotten his toy back. So now that we've recovered Wave, we need to get our ship fixed, and then it's very distracting because on my end, someone is throwing an astral juggernaut into its figures and knocking them over. Get our ship fixed, and then there's some sort of reward for a space dragon.
Reward.
Champ?
There's a horde.
A
We can pay for
horde.
the rest of our school.
Okay,
Probably.
Let's
Presumably.
Yeah, let's see what that looks like first before we start a educational nonprofit.
I think I'm gonna stand up, and I'm just gonna say I'm gonna go see about getting this ship fixed.
Okay. Do you need anyone
Never
to
I'll
go
move?
to
be.
Roscoe's. Or tell Tom I'm dead.
Will do.
Do you need anyone
And I'll just.
Actually, if you go to Tom's, take Blackie with you.
You want me to take Blackie?
Only if you go to Tom's. I like Roscoe.
Sure. if
Blackie
you're
had
gonna.
his food yet?
He ate earlier because he
Kill the lamb.
Oh, you know that
Yeah,
there was a
he had
dead
the-
sheep.
he
You
had the
don't know
sheep.
if Blackie killed it.
Exactly.
Amatrain,
there
do you
is-
need someone to go with you or do you want company during your business dealings?
I think I would be okay. I mean,
Okay, just asking if you wanted someone to come with you. That's all.
do you normally like having people come with you on your business dealing?
Depends honestly on the business dealing.
I go with him all the
Oh.
time.
True.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys in a bit.
Okay.
I will try to find one of these Autobots.
All right. As you exit Boobies, of course, all the hostesses within eyeshot are like, "Bye, see you again."
Oh, have a nice day.
And you sort of head out, and you can see as you wrap around the side of the building, the main thoroughfare that leads across to the next alley. There are two big signs for Tom's Astral Garage and Roscoe's Astral Repair. Right
Open up.
across the street from one another. They're fierce competitors, it seems.
Yes.
I have completely forgotten which one to go to, so I will.
That
DM
tracks.
you. DM evens or odds.
Let's let fate decide. Evens.
Evens. All right. Well, I was gonna roll, and then you were gonna tell me what to go into.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
So I rolled a 2.
Okay. You'll be heading over to Roscoe's.
Okay.
It's at this point that back inside Boobies, the stage has been reset, and the very same Catgirl Bard that flung the random minor treasure at Meow is now taking the stage, and she sort of
gotta
clears
this is-
it a bit. And hi, thanks everyone. I'm Katsune Miku.
Yes.
I've got a couple songs to play tonight. It's just me. I don't have a dancing zebra, but hopefully we can have a good time.
Is Anna still at the table?
She has gone back with Meow.
Oh, I was hoping they were back at the table.
And as she begins to play, she is singing in Elven. Does anybody understand Elven?
Let me see.
think so.
Alien would have.
Alien would have.
That's a big negative.
Alas, I wrote this
No.
particular portion of the adventure when Alias wasn't on vacation.
Colt does.
Okay.
I know Sylvan.
Roll me a history check. Because the
Okay.
lyrics to this particular song are sounding very familiar to you.
That's an 18.
You ripping someone off.
No, I wish. Ripping myself off, I guess. The very first verse begins with, "Behold the builder, two is one, creation and destruction, both undone." These lines are familiar to you from a particular temple in the Plane of Water.
Oh yes.
where you first heard the Planeswalker prophecy.
Mm-hmm. Colt will listen to it a bit more intently.
She sings it bit for bit, and for those that have not seen this in a while, let me just roll this out onto the table. The entire lyrics to her bardly tune.
Do you want to sticky it?
What's up?
Do you want to sticky it in the resources?
Yeah, absolutely.
Post.
Let me just boop and over here. I'm gonna stick it in session notes. Boop. Boop. You find it strange that someone outside your circle would know this. So I'm drawing particular attention to this particular piece.
Colt's gonna lean. Colt's gonna lean back and sort of listen carefully, and he when she's done, he's gonna want to talk to her.
All right. She's gonna play a couple more songs during the set, so you guys are free to do whatever in the meantime. Is there anything else happening inside before I transition back outside?
Colt's just watching very, very carefully, and I think he would also sort of clock around the room to see if there's anyone that doesn't strike him as being right or out of place, or maybe paying attention to his group of people when they shouldn't be.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check. And we're going to go ahead and roll into our second and final break of the evening.
Maybe a 26.
Okay. The results of which I will reveal afterwards.
We'll be right back. And we're back.
Hello, and welcome back to the silliest episode of the Longshots that we've had in a while. We have had two of our members go to sleep, both in game and in real life. So we'll be continuing for the rest of the night with We Chosen Few.
Hopefully, this is recorded so they can catch up on any minor plot points tomorrow morning.
So, we will pick up with Ametrine walking the drawbridge over to the next asteroid, where there are two astral garages set up right next to each other, Tom's and Roscoe's.
I almost imagine this being like Pat's and Gino's in Philadelphia. They're both like neon and gaudy and across the street from each other.
Yes.
I like to think that like every day they go out there and change their deals just like to compete price wise, like within fractions of a credit.
They both state on the front of their building and in their advertisements that they have the cheapest ship repairs in town.
I will look to one side, and I will look to the other, and I'll look back. I'll look, and finally, I'll close my eyes, turn around, and I'll just head towards one.
Which one are you heading towards?
I think whichever.
I think you said Roscoe's.
I think you said Roscoe's.
You're going to start walking across the street towards Roscoe's, and all of a sudden you're going to hear a door open from across the street over at Tom's, like like one of those bells, like ding. He's like, "Hey, where you going? You don't want to go over there."
I don't.
Nah, the guy's a crook.
Oh. Okay. I'll start heading towards Tom.
This is the worst person to send.
And then right about the time that you get halfway across the street, the other door is going to open from Roscoe's. It's going to be like, "Hey, quit scaring away my customers, huh? Hey, yous, with the purple. Don't listen to that schmuck.
Oh. Why not?
He's a liar. Two-bit thief.
Really?
At least that's what his
So-
mother tells me. Zing!
Ayo.
So, sorry, who should I go to?
They both speak at once. Me!
So I'm looking. So okay. So our ship was recently attacked by 2 astral dreadnoughts.
It's all the time in our line of work. Astral Sea's dangerous.
It is. It seems to be. But listen, I'm just looking for someone to help us kind of like fix things up a little bit. We kind of like, stuck a window in the hole. But I think it could use, a little help. Could someone give us an estimate on how much it will cost to fix?
They both speak at the same time again. Yeah, of course. Hey, not you, not you. They start fighting amongst themselves before they're like, hey, we could always trade that thing in, get you a nice new rate on a brand new space galleon, eh?
I think I'm quite happy with mine.
Okay, sure. Yeah, which dock you got it on? Old Tom will take care of it for you.
40 something?
40 something. Okay, all right. Yeah, there's there's a few of those.
At least 10.
Can I pull out Black Razor? Do you remember what dock we were on?
42.
Oh, right. 42.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. We'll send our inspectors down there, in just a moment, eh?
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Roscoe,
Thank you
keep
so
your
much.
stinking hands off my sail, man.
Sorry, which one of you are sending inspectors?
They speak at the same time. Me.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. I really look forward to meeting your inspectors.
Meanwhile, inside the restaurant, Katsune Miku has finished a 3-song set and has gone off the stage for a small break.
Colt will shift out of said booth and make his way over.
Val will follow him.
Same.
Colt will come up and he will speak Elvish, which is a rarity. The only time I think anyone has ever heard him speak of Elvish is Vel or Abertrine when he has spoken to Star, the elf with the white hair and green eyes.
You sure you don't want to try Celestial?
Well, I guess I could.
No, you're fine. I make the joke.
Oh yeah, since everyone else does. I would say that there's a definite there's an accent to his Elvish, similar to Star's, but it is a little bit different than perhaps other Elvish that others have heard. And he goes, "That was a delightful set."
She kind of turns to look over at you and is like, "Yeah?"
Oh
And
yes.
responds in Elvish, "Wow, you don't get a lot of folks that speak that around here. Well, except for the Astral Elves.
Oh.
Gosh, that's a really interesting dialect you got there."
Oh yes. Well, I picked it up a long time ago. But,
So do you want an autograph or something?
well, I was curious about the first song that you sang.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty old one.
Yes, I was just wondering where you say it's an old one, so it's a song that has been passed down.
Yeah, I learned it from my teacher, and I'm not exactly sure where he learned it.
Really, really
Mhm.
interesting. Interesting. Um, Was this a teacher among where you lived, or did you seek out for training? And this is one of the songs that they had.
Well, I tried to apply to a Bard's college, but I couldn't really afford it at the time. So instead, I found myself at a place called the Rock of Brawl, and I started playing on the street, and this guy kind of taught me a few things.
The Rock of Broad. Where's that?
It's over in Zarxian realm space.
Xarxian space.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty easy to get to.
And what was the name of your teacher?
His name was Cass.
Cass. I only asked because this song is I've heard the lyrics before, but it was carved into some very nice stonework. So just trying to figure
That's
out.
interesting.
It was very interesting. Yes. Me and my associates here, and I point to Val and whoever else came with me, and try to track down some history about that. And you can imagine my surprise hear you sing the words I read carved on an ancient stonework.
Well, I tell you what, I was actually going to be headed back that way. I could probably make introductions if you want.
That would be delightful if you could.
Phew. She sort of like squints her eyes and her ears twitch a bit, like, well, appreciate the kindness.
You're the one who's more than kind in facilitating my own curiosity.
So, hey, you know that guy who got up on stage during the ROFL bit, right?
Yes. His name is Booger. His nickname is Meow, but his name is Booger.
I see. Unfortunate name, but what a guy.
It's a very unfortunate name. We don't like to talk about it, but yes.
Val interrupts by casting a message spell to Colt, kind of just like turning away so that this cat lady doesn't hear. Colt, are you like picking up or something? Should I like leave, give you room? What's going on? Because she doesn't understand anything.
Oh yeah, something though. Colt will say, "No, stay close. I'm trying to figure out." Hang on. Colt will say, "No, stay close." This singer was singing a song whose lyrics we read in that water plane where he picked up the hammer. There's something here.
Amatrine would be about this time that you'd be able to reach back in the restaurant.
Okay.
Well, we probably won't be departing until tomorrow. Our ship is a little bit damaged, but yes, if you could provide some sort of introduction, we'd be. How are you planning to get there?
Well, I was going to take my ship.
Oh, delightful. Well, then perhaps at dawn, meet you at the dock, and we can. It's always safety in numbers. Get from point A to point B. We can have a little tiny convoy.
She winks and kind of points and is like, well, don't keep me waiting.
I certainly will not. And we'll switch to common. This lovely singer here is going to escort us through astral space to Zarium realm space to meet someone named Cass, because Colt's kind of like a little subtly point to the hammer hanging off of Vel's side. Seems to be a connection here with one of our past run-ins with archaeological lyrics.
Well, cool. It's nice to meet you. Sorry, I didn't catch your name. Val holds out her hand. I'm Val.
I'm Katsune. Or you can call me Cat.
Cat. We've got a Meow. Cash and Meow.
Booger.
Huh.
Yes.
Kind of like it was meant to be. Hey, is he single?
He's very, very attached to his wife, who will probably kill you if you look too hard at him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Hey,
And
this
then her
guy over
face
here,
is,
and I
like,
point at
bright
Theron,
red.
he's very free.
Wait, what?
She looks over. Oh. No, he's not half bad either.
Yeah, I mean, he's less like, confident and out there than Meow, but he's good in battle, if you know what I mean.
Well, you'll have to have that to be an adventurer, I would suppose.
Who did you point out?
All right, Theron.
Okay,
He saved my life,
that's true. He's quite
Well,
the
he does
hero.
sound like a good guy. And he's
Yeah.
not married, right?
Not that I'm aware of.
Not that I'm aware of. No, I don't think so.
Cool.
He's
Well,
still
alright
at the
then.
table, drinking meat, eating chicken wings.
I think
He was
I
married,
think
he's a widow
Amatree's
now.
sitting next to him, telling him. Amatree's sitting next to him, telling him all about the contractor ordeal. And so they both agreed to come by the ship and see. Isn't that great?
Definitely good to have two experts. Don't know how our new friend's going to handle this. I imagine it'll be a fun sight to behold.
Why wouldn't he handle it?
Well, apparently he's not on good terms with one of them.
Is that why he gave me Black Razor?
I'm not too sure. I kind of turned a blind eye to whatever he was saying there. I'm sure it wasn't the most savory of intentions.
Well, Black Razor was quite helpful. Thank you very much, Black Razor, by the way. I really do appreciate that.
There's been a lot of emotions today, but I think I'm finally getting the respect I deserve. I take it back, you folks are amicable.
You said something mean about us?
Not to your faces.
Oh. Okay. Well, I appreciate the apology. Thank you.
Of course. I'm very pleased to have Wave back, even though he never shuts up.
Oh, do you guys chat?
All the time. I get annoyed by him, but at the same time, I don't know, feels brotherly in a way.
Oh, that's really, really sweet.
Colt's
I
got
have
And-
family as well.
Do they like souls too?
Skulls?
Souls.
Oh, souls. Oh, I mean, we are mostly souls.
As am I. I'm a dark cesspool, the end all be all for souls, all consuming. I am hungry. Anyway, sorry, go about your business.
All right.
Colt's going to
So yeah,
Colt's going
two
to
contractors.
Colt's going to point to Theron and kind of give Kat a little push, like, "Yep, there he is. That's Theron. Meet this singer, Kat. She wants to hear all about your bravery on the ship."
She's gonna
I do
lick the
feel
back
the
of
need
her
to
hand
point
really
out
quick.
he's a paladin.
He's a paladin, so yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, so he's susceptible to cults.
Well, everyone deserves a knight in shining armor, I think.
Go ahead, if that's what you're into.
As she walks off, Colt's gonna gently pull Vel back and talk to her in Infernal. So that singer had the same lyrics on that fucking door we came across in the water plane. Remember that nonsense?
The prophecy, yes, I remember that.
Yeah. So
Hard to forget.
that's weird. So
Yeah.
I think we need to go check. She learned it from a teacher, and she's gonna take us to this place where this person is, and maybe we can get some more information on that crazy fucking hammer.
It's a good idea. And then I turn to the hammer quietly and whisper, "He didn't mean that."
But maybe that hammer can get us to that level of hell without having to go through anyone. Also, we better understand how it works.
Oh, don't worry. Alistair promised he'd keep in contact with me through my dreams.
Okay, well, whoever that person is, sure. But anyways, keep that close, and Guy looks around again. He doesn't like this place as much as he would like. Say to her, stay close, sister. I'm not quite sure what's
You
going on
feel
here.
like these waitresses are not happy.
I'm sure they're fine. I just am not sure about the other clientele in here.
As you say that, there's a couple of them having a champagne fight over in one corner.
A couple waitresses?
Yeah. You know, I
Having
think
a
like,
champagne fight.
Like, what's a
Doing
champagne?
champagne.
Oh, they're
There's
shooting.
clearly
you, know,
television.
you, know, you hold your thumb over something, you shake it up and spray it on each other.
Yeah, I think they're.
They look like they're having fun.
They seem to be having fun.
Yeah,
They're laughing.
I don't think they're the problem here. Although I appreciate. Yeah, so. Kind of gives her half a hug with a hand with his arm and make his way back over to Ametrine and Theron.
I'll see you out there, Colt, and Val scampers away towards the kitchen.
Okay.
And there's still kind of like a little bit of like an awkward vibe between her and Colt, between Ametrine and Colt.
Do you want to talk about something, Ametrine? Over on a different booth?
Cass comes back bringing a bunch of other waitresses that sort of start piling into the booth alongside Theron. Theron's just got boobies waitresses on each side.
I have died once again and gone to Valhalla.
This is a different type of heaven I've not experienced in quite a while.
Okay.
So I'll move to an empty booth with Ametrine.
Kat passes you along the way and sort of winks as she also heads towards the table.
Come, ladies, I believe the tab is still open. Help yourself.
Would love to hear Theron do a story at some point.
Yeah. I second that.
Yeah. So what's going on, Ametrine?
Well, do you want me here?
Oh, well, right to the point. Yes, I do. If I did not want you here, I would have said, Ametrine, I think you should stay in Neverwinter.
Okay, because that's kind of what you told me on the ship.
Oh, when you
On
right
the water ship.
Yes. Well, you were frozen, and we were being chased by half a town, and I perhaps was not as elegant in my words than I would have been, and I didn't want you to be stuck there on the dock, not a fish eater person being surrounded by them while we sailed away. So I was trying to figure out a way for you to be safe, and
But you told me to fly away.
yes, and you hate flying, so that was a mistake on my part.
It was just I was looking for support, and I didn't get it from you, at least. I was I was hoping you of all people would support, but
Well,
I mean, if you don't want me here, I can go find Star, or I can or I but I love you, and I want to be with you, and I just
well,
it hurt.
despite being a writer, in times of crisis, I am somewhat blunt and inaccurate with my language. And you have to at least admit that episode did go exactly how we thought it would, which is pretty much our brand at this point. And I was blurting out desperately a way to save as many of us as possible. And I made a mistake and I blew it. So I'm sorry that I said things. I wasn't what you needed me to be at the time, and I said things that were clearly inaccurate. So, if you can't forgive me on that, I won't hold that against you because I should have done a bit better. But it wasn't me not wanting you not to be here. It was me trying to figure out how you not to get torn apart by a mob. And I'm sorry.
I appreciate that. I of course I forgive you. You know me. I understand how words are useless.
Well, I do make a fair
And
amount of money from them, but I understand what you're saying.
just very clumsy.
Yeah,
And
they can be difficult.
difficult.
Yes.
I just wanted you to know that it hurt what you said
Well, I never
and the way you behaved,
Well,
the way you acted, and um. But
well,
I'm not mad, and I'm really, really happy to know that you want me here.
yes. If I had a sleep spell to knock you out and drag you up onto the ship, I would have used it. But not all of us are as talented as God. I hope she's not getting in trouble in that kitchen as Vala.
To be clear, back in the kitchen, all the rest of the Boobies girls are sitting you down and giving you balloons and showing you where everything is around there. They're just having a grand old time. They're basically inducting you as an honorary Boobies girl.
Oh boy.
I'm having fun.
Oh
Sampling
boy.
lawsuit.
Oh boy.
Somebody is having a birthday a few booths down, and they're all about to join in and sing happy birthday, and they've invited you to do so as well.
I ask if there's like a shirt I can put on, and I put on a Hooters shirt if I can, or whatever it's
There
called,
absolutely is.
and go out and sing happy birthday.
So in the middle of this conversation that you're having with Ametrine, out of the kitchen, as soon as your mouth is like, boy, I hope she's having fun in the kitchen or whatever, out comes Valhalla in a boobies shirt, and they're all clapping with a cake as they head towards one of the corner booths.
Colt will gently grab Aventrine's chin and turn her head to look and go,
Yeah, what?
that is officially the
Is
strangest
that
thing.
not normal?
That is not as normal as you may think for Valhalla. So, but hey, I'm glad she's coming out of her shell, but that is.
I think it looks like a lot of fun.
It does.
But
Although, just
I,
weird seeing her in that shirt.
yeah, I did want to mention. I know you have a weird thing with paladins, but Theron's a really, really good person.
Yes,
Oh.
I do have a
Oh.
thing with paladins.
And I think you guys are more similar than you would think.
Well, I'm warming up to him, so
Good.
I
I think
appreciate my appreciation for what he did on the ship, and my appreciation for him getting in to be more comfortable on a ship. So
Yeah, he was extremely supportive.
yeah, well, a man that handsome and burly, he can be nothing but. So,
But no, I do think you guys should get to know one another.
I'll do my best.
In the background here, Bello, another round for the lovely ladies.
I mean, certainly an activity I'm all for.
Burn!
Yes. Well, thank you for talking. I hope next time that when you freeze up like that, I will do a better job, and also next time we're in that position, you will be less likely to freeze. So we'll both do better.
Well, I can't guarantee that I won't freeze. I mean,
Well,
you know how I feel about that. But
my tactic will be less telling you to fly away. I'll tell Theron to pick you up and fireman carry you onto the ship.
I appreciate that.
Of course. Give her
By the way, I kiss him on the nose.
Ooh.
By the way, I went to the garage and they're both gonna come look at the ship.
Oh, okay. You are strangely the biggest hustler of the group, apparently.
I mean, they were both extremely eager.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully we have enough
So,
money, because Vel just gave all of her money away to put someone through Bard school.
well, I think the idea is whoever can give us the best estimate on how much it will cost to fix the ship, then we'll go with whoever that is.
Well, hopefully it isn't too much, but anyways, we should go probably make sure Vel isn't recruited into boobies, and as much as that quest sounds dangerous, and before Theron accidentally
Boobies, the ultimate cult.
yes, join. We lose Theron to security here, so.
There's a complete gentleman. His hands never wander below the waist, and never to the chest.
Vel, your happy birthday song to the party of 4 who are celebrating has gone over really well. Even helped blow out the candles there, and they're on to their next task. What are you doing from here? Still hanging out?
So
I'm gonna head into the kitchen, and I presumably at least like the food. And find the chef, like the head chef or whatever, and pull from my robe a silver coffer worth 500 GP and give it to him. And thanks for the food.
You're gonna be fucking
Sorry, Alex.
broke.
What was that, Theron, as well?
As I imagine, I'm just picturing like Vel is like 3 foot taller than every other waitress there, singing
Yep.
"Happy Birthday."
Yep.
3 foot taller
She's-
and a lot purpler.
Yeah.
Towering over the rest of them. And on your way back to the kitchen, a few of the folks sitting in the booth next to Theron all crowded around like, wow, she's got some real talent. She could really make a lot here.
Perhaps one day, but our adventuring days probably aren't over yet.
We do part-time.
Well,
How far does your franchise expand?
Wow, we've got a lot in all kinds of different realm spaces. Anywhere where there's a major port, you can find a boobies.
Have you guys thought about franchising out near Toril?
Well, gosh, no. You might want to slide that suggestion by the owner.
Oh, definitely. That's where we're all from. Quite a lovely place.
Who is that weird old guy? And they all kind of like look at each other and they're like, oh my god, he never shut up. Rolo, Rolfo,
Volo, Colt says, growling.
yeah, that guy. He kept going on and on about how he was from Toril and it was the greatest place in all the realms. And
Of course, that motherfucker.
And he stuffed us on the tip.
That sounds like him.
Said he was a writer.
I don't suppose you've ever heard of Tamriel either.
Nope. But I don't get out much.
There.
Work keeps me busy.
Well, if you want her to be part-timing here, we really need to talk about expanding the franchise out a little further, because we tend to travel quite a bit.
You know, you could always apply to be a franchise owner.
We could start a boobies on our lamprey.
Oh boy. I think we're on the bigger ship. We're gonna take a bigger we're on a bigger ship for that.
And a load.
We might need a space galleon if we're gonna have a boobies. What's the biggest ship available?
I believe it's Space Galleon.
Okay.
Okay, we don't need something that big. Like, I mean, our ship, like our cargo holds pretty big. Like, we can clear it out. We can set up like some tables. Like, we have a galley.
You'd be like a Hooters food truck.
Basically, that's what that is. It's a food truck.
Yeah.
So before I lose track of it, you go in the back of the kitchen and you're asking for who the head chef is, but there's just a couple of dudes in like greasy white aprons. Eventually, one of them who doesn't look a day over 21 is like, I guess that's me.
Are you trying to go to college?
Not really.
Oh well, your food is really good. You should get some more educational skills and get into a better restaurant. And I like pull a patch from my robe and like give him this silver coffer worth 500 GP.
He's just staring at it like, whoa.
We should- we
Like
should
everyone
get-
always tips the people they see out there, and I think the girls are amazing and they deserve it. I say that wearing like a uniform of,
Literally
but
wearing
like
the
you
boobies
deserve it too,
uniform.
with my robe over top. Possibly like just hanging open, but because I'm having to wear it to pull it off the patch. But
feel like-
yeah.
Bill's working for the free food for life membership.
Have you ever thought about just holding the owner hostage and so you can create your own paradise here without having to work for tips?
They're all kind of puzzled and they're
That
like,
took a turn.
I
Well-
feel like some of the patrons here aren't very respectful and you need firmer rules.
I mean, a couple of people get handsy from time to time, but that's what security's for.
Okay, as long as you're happy. If you ever need to start a union or kidnap your boss, hit me up. I'm happy to help.
Well, all right.
Down with corporations. That's my motto. Well, one of them. Fuck the rich, eat the rich. Whatever works for you.
You have nothing to lose but your chains.
Yeah. Down with the bourgeoisie. So
The head chef, holding his coffer is like, man, I don't know what to say. That's awesome. Like thanks. Do you work here
You're
now?
welcome. I do not. Unfortunately, I would love to, but my brother is currently stuck in hell and I have to go rescue him. You're welcome to join.
Whoa, that's
You could be the ship's
heavy.
chef.
Do you need one?
We can't pay. I just gave away all my money.
Oh.
You sure did.
I kind of have stuff to like pay for and stuff. I mean,
Exactly. That's all good. All good. I get
yeah.
that as much as we don't want to be a part of it, capitalism is a thing and it fucking sucks, but yeah.
Well, hey, listen. What was your name?
I'm Valhalla.
Valhalla. Nice to meet you.
What was your name
I'm
again?
rolling from NPC name table.
We should set him up with Jeremy Moneybags. Or Monopoly.
Monopoly. Whose last name should have been Moneybags, but
Not penny bags.
Yeah, Pennybags, excuse me. Gerard.
Gerard and Jeremy.
Well, it's lovely to meet you, Gerard, and your friend over there. Hi.
Which friend?
Oh, you said there was two like guys in the kitchen
Yeah.
cooking.
Yeah. He's looking over, like, looking at the silver coffer, and he's like, man, I need to step up my cheese stick game.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't have anything else, but you want a dagger? Do you want a dagger?
I don't not want
Or
a
a puppy?
dagger. Yeah.
I want a pet and summon a mastiff.
Of course you do.
This very large mastiff dog just appears, aware of its own existence for the first time ever. It was like,
Feed it so that it knows. You should feed him so he knows that you're the one to love.
the guy takes like a handful of French fries from the fryer basket and just kind of like leans it over the dog, and of course the dog just munches on it. It's like, man, who are you guys?
Valhalla of the Longshots. Valhalla
Longs-
Taylor.
Is that a band?
Sometimes, but not really. It's only really Meow who does the pole dancing. Mostly we fight dragons and shit.
Dragons and pole dancing.
Yeah, we've
Man,
got an
you
all.
guys are a cool group.
Exactly. I mean, there's one member that still insists on being part of this cult he calls being a paladin, but we're working on it. And other than that, we're all pretty sweet.
Flashback to the table where Theron is potentially telling a story of Tamriel.
Mm-hmm.
Has Theron undergone any awesome adventures that he's sharing with the boobies ladies?
Man, not one that I can think up off the spot.
They're all
He-
enthralled regardless.
I mean, he's just talking about his early pilgrimage days and going across the wilds of Cyrodiil and the tundra of Skyrim and the desert dunes of elsewhere.
And at each new turn, they're like, wow, really? Oh my gosh.
But not Black Marsh. Nobody goes to Black Marsh.
Is it scary?
A truly hellish place, full of poison swamps and fierce predators.
A few of them chuckle, and the one closest to you sort of pokes you in the chest. Oh my god, you're so funny. Oh, what a silly adventure.
I think at some
I love
point,
it.
Colt's gonna go looking for Vel in the kitchen.
It's right about the time that you start walking back into the kitchen that you can hear a dog like barking, and Vel is just finishing up speaking to two grease-covered fry cooks.
Colt's gonna come in and
One of them's holding a large silver box.
Colt's gonna come in, see that she's still in the booby shirt, and like just kind of casually look away.
They're still in that hot pink bikini top.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
for
is
the
Colt.
boobies.
He's my brother. He's
Yes.
part of the Longshots. Part of the Longshots.
We're,
He'll
You
also help
can
you. He's
tell
better
by
at
their
explaining workers'
eyes.
rights than me.
They look at you, up to your horns, over at Colt, then back to you, and they're like, he is?
Family is what you make it.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Here at Boobies, we're a family too.
Yep.
But not with the owner, only with each other. Unionize, workers' rights. Colt, do you have the union papers?
You know, not on me, but I can probably write some up this evening. Are you cold? I feel like you should put a coat on. That's a really.
It's actually quite warm in here in the kitchen with the fires going and everything. It's
I would normally be
But thanks
all
for
about
being
this, but
considerate.
this is really just disturbing for me.
what are you talking about? She looks a bit clueless. She does not understand.
You're usually wearing more clothes. You're just showing a lot of skin.
Yeah, I mean, practically we're usually like in danger, but I feel like this place has got like some security, so I don't need to be wearing my armor.
Okay, well, we'll just leave it at that. Cool. Colt just turns and.
Are you worried that I'll get stabbed?
Ah, boy. No. It's just that
Okay.
you look very. Don't talk to strangers. Colt walks out.
I always talk to. Okay. No one's a stranger once you introduce yourself. I can just do that straight
Fair enough.
up.
Wow.
I'm just like, okay, so you take good care of this puppy and you name him something. It's not just a dog. I learned that. You can't just name dogs dog.
What did you guys say your last name was?
Taylor.
That's what we'll name him. Isn't that right, boy? He starts ruffling his face. Who's your
So
good
he looks like
boy?
he's gonna take good care of the dog, right?
He seems to like the dog.
Good. Awesome. Val's happy with that then.
Excellent.
Awesome. So, if you ever, I mean, having seen the amount of strange and people around here, I'm not going to say I'm unique, but, Purple Tiefling goes by Valhalla, travels with the Longshots. Colt Sebastian Taylor is slightly more well known. name. Hit me up, find me if you can, if you need me. Happy to help.
Far out. Yeah, man. We absolutely will do that.
I wish there was some sort of device in this world that had instant communication, but sadly there is not.
Yeah, if only
Not
someone
easily.
could get on that, and I don't know, invent such a thing.
Yeah, I'll have to look into it once I rescue my brother from hell.
Yeah, you mentioned that once already. Is this like
I'm processing it. I'm sorry. It happened
Like-
yesterday that I learned that. I'm just processing.
is
Any
this like real hell?
any large plants around here?
Yeah. Is there like, I don't know, marijuana plant in the back?
There's some
I need to take a chill pill.
there's some fake palm trees scattered around tastefully.
I don't think those will work.
But yeah, man, keep it up with the cooking and yeah, unionize.
We'll keep it in mind, but I don't know if Mr. Gallahan would be okay with that.
Gallahan sounds very familiar.
Wait, what?
Where have I heard that name?
Colt will pop his head back into the kitchen. I'm sorry. Who
Well,
owns
we know
Who owns this place?
Gallahan. Galahad.
I'm sorry. Who owns this place?
Heinrich Gallahan. He owns most of the franchises.
Heinrich Gallahan.
Yeah.
Does he have an offspring? A son?
Yeah.
Colt Kagans closes his eyes. Champ Gallahan.
Chad. Oh, Champ.
No, not
Yeah.
Chad.
Cool.
Yeah, champ.
Okay, that would explain.
I'm sure he treats the workers just fine.
Oh yeah, we all love Champ. He's a good guy. He's been
Okay.
coming here since he was a kid.
That you know what? This really fills in so many fucking blanks.
Yeah.
This really has been enlightening. Val, well done coming back here. And oh god, I just put a coat on.
I'm sorry, why do you need me to put a coat on in this perfectly secure place?
Okay, because your chest is hanging out. It's a little awkward.
That offends you somehow?
No, it doesn't offend me. I think you look fantastic. It's just
I'm not understanding the issue here.
I'm gonna go to the bar.
All these other girls are wearing it. Do you have an issue with that?
Yeah, one of them does walk up and is like, "Hey, buddy, this is empowering to all of us. We all want to be here."
Cool. I'm gonna go have a whiskey.
The cult encounters the patriarchy.
All right. Does anyone need
Alright.
a dagger? I'm
Stop
talking to
giving.
the girls.
Colson, stop giving away your shit. Jesus.
Like, does
Pretty
anyone
cleaning.
feel the need for a dagger? I have a spare.
They've got security.
All right. As long as they're happy.
Come have a drink with me and Amatrine.
Goes in the kitchen with the chef. You call that a knife? No, this is a knife.
Yeah, this is annoying.
Did I ever specify a time with the auto body repair guys?
You never
Or
did,
not?
but they seemed enthusiastic to go right over and check it out.
So
Bill
they are
Clinton,
Meow
and Anna.
likely interrupting Meow and Anna.
All right, I'll probably take Black Razor and start heading over there, letting everybody know where I'm going.
Okay, we'll meet you over there.
All right. So Black Razor, I might. Please don't tell Colt this, but I might need your help. I might need some help with this. I don't tend to be very good with like money. It's very confusing to me. I don't really understand it.
I understand
But-
the concept, but I am physically incapable of holding coinage.
Okay, but you can help me with negotiations, right?
Well, I can tell you what to say, yes.
That would be wonderful.
Ah, perfect. If they refuse our offer, we slay them.
We play them?
We slay them. Or flay them.
What? Why would
We
we
rend
play
their
them?
flesh from their bones, and I consume their soul.
Oh, okay. That seems a bit much, but okay.
It's an option.
Absolutely. I agree. All right. Well, you lead the way.
I can't.
Well, no, sorry. You lead the way in the conversation.
Yes, of course, yes. Are we staying at Boobies till close, or are we all heading towards the ship? I just want to get a feel.
Belle is asking the chef for tips on how to butcher a sheep properly and cook it.
Oh, Theron's definitely staying out till close. He's
20
loving
year
the
old.
attention.
He's going to be dead honest with you, and he's like, listen, a lot of our food comes frozen. I drop it in the fryer here, man, and that's pretty much it.
Wow, okay. Thanks. Do you want a dead sheep? A burnt one?
Can't really say that I do, no.
Alright. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Thanks.
Who has the sentient stone?
I think you do. Or
I do.
Ametrine, one of the two.
Oh,
I do.
That's a thing.
would I be able to have borrowed that before you left, or you refuse to give that to me?
No, that's mine.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, guess I'll deal with that next week.
And the longer time goes on, the more patrons leave, the more Boobies girls then flock to Theron's table. And pretty soon, as time goes by, you are the only patrons left towards closing time.
We probably need to leave to not hold you up. Let me help you clear these tables.
They gladly accept your help.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I help them do whatever I can for closing.
And I think it is around this time at closing time that we will put a peg in it for now, and we will pick back up next week with the closing of Boobies and the checking on the status of your ship quote.
Let's do
Pivoting.
our digital dice giveaway.
Let's do it.
And the winner is... I'm procrastinating right now.
Well, I know who that is. I will go ahead and send it their way.
All right. Well, maybe next
Mr.
time.
Procrastinator, you got yourself a nice digital dice set.
Has a Chimichanga won dice before? I feel like they have.
Have you?
I
And
don't
if you
know.
haven't, we can have that be a thing, because I happen to know who procrastinating is, and he also happens to be a player.
I need to make him
That's
a moderator.
Andrew. That's Andrew, isn't it?
Yeah.
I need to make him
Andrew,
a
he should
moderator.
get that.
I should make him a moderator so he can't enter.
Jimmy,
Hey, give it to
have you
Jimmy.
won anything before?
Yes, the Chimichanga. Have you won anything yet from us?
Would you like something?
Would you like something? Says nah, but I don't know. Sure.
Yeah.
A Chimichanga.
Cool.
All right, you win.
Woo!
All right.
You have won yourself a Spelljammer's dice set.
Ooh, what does this look like?
They're pretty neat.
On D&D Beyond.
And I have reached out to you personally on Discord. Feel free to redeem.
Okay. We are
Of course, man. No problem.
We are going to go and raid another location. I see the word boat in this one, so we're going to go and raid Dress Den Omega Windfall, episode 10.2, The Boat. So please stick around. Thank you for joining us this week. We'll be back next Wednesday for another adventure of the Longshots. Dungeons and Dragons.
I was waiting for it. I
Yeah.
was like, did I freeze? What's happening here? All right, guys. I appreciate you very much. We will see you next week.